my God. Oh my God. That fucking intro had me fucking dead on the floor. What the fuck, bro? That's fucking hilarious. Oh my fucking God. That was fucking awesome.
That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It took a little while.
Run my makeup today.
Came together well.
Oh, right, yeah, that was fucking sick. Oh, hi, Cat.
Hi, Beanie. That's Beanie. She's been clawing and biting me for the past 10 minutes. She's just like, you can't start.
Oh, my God. My cats do that all the time. My cat was bugging me before this even started. I was like, bro, can I have like 5 seconds apiece? Thank you.
Right.
But that intro, can we talk about that intro? Because like, how did you put that together?
Well, I made some different images with the loading type dots and stuff, like about 12 different images that had the dots. I downloaded some sound clips like the mouse click and the dial-up tone, and I downloaded a blue screen image and just ran it together in a video editor. And,
dude, that was so
do you want to run it again for the people that missed the intro?
Yeah. Run it for Maddie because Maddie missed it. Do it again. Okay.
I did the voiceover live, so should I do another live voiceover on there?
Do it again.
The whole thing with the voiceover and everything?
All right. Do it again.
Do it again. Right, we're going to do it again. Where is that video there?
Thank you all for joining us for the 16th episode of Gnome Sand Presents Podcast, where Goofy, MTF, and I interview amateur content creators. Tonight's guest is a variety game streamer on Twitch and also does voice acting. Please be patient while I attempt to load KeeganDotExe.
Dude, that is so fucking badass. I loved everything about that.
That's awesome. I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad you guys like it. I was really happy when it came together. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. You're gonna love it.
Fucking period, bro. Also, what's up, everybody? Hello.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. We're interviewing KeeganDotExe. I'm Gnome Sane. Goofy MTF had a family emergency, so he was not able to make it for the start. He may be along later or not. We'll see, though. But how's everyone doing? You guys all having a good night?
I'm having a pretty good night. I literally was trying to think of things to talk about this whole time.
Yeah.
It's like there's like as like a voice actor, there's only so much that you can really talk about because non-disclosure agreements exist.
Right.
So I had to like really think about what I could talk about. And I really was super pretentious about what I wanted to talk about. But obviously I'll tell you if I can talk about it or not. But yeah, how y'all doing? What's up, Bam Jam? What's good?
All right, so I guess we'll start with the obvious, like, normal question is, you're a Twitch streamer. How did you get started with that?
I think I got started with it 2 years ago. I don't even remember my own anniversary. At the gamer moment.
Right.
So, I think I started 2 years ago. I know it was like in May. And I started out watching VTubers, and my camera is deciding not to focus on me. That's great.
Right. I think it's the light in the back, like that window might be making it want to say, oh, there's the bright window back there.
Yeah, exactly. Let me fix that while I give you conversation.
Okay.
So I started streaming. I started streaming about 2 years ago, back in May. I think. And I started out because I was watching VTubers at the time. And VTubers, they are obviously they're virtual streamers, and that's how I got my start. Like I had, oh my god, I had my bad, y'all.
That's all right.
This is such an epic gamer moment. So I got my start by
you
watching.
Just look like that normally, just all fuzzy.
Yep, that's the exe file for you. But I think like I started out, watching VTubers because I was so into them at the time, and like I still am. I've got friends who are VTubers. I got my start. I did a couple face cam streams and I was like, oh, I hate this. Like I hate it. And so then I started VTubing and I did that for a little while. And I was having issues with that, but little known fact, I'm going to be VTubing again soon. I have a VTuber model that's being commissioned for me. Oh, nice. But basically, I started out watching VTubers and like they really inspired me to get my start. And I kind of just started taking it more seriously. And there was a couple times where I was streaming so much that I had to pull back the reins a little bit because I was streaming way too much. I don't have a consistent schedule, and that's only because I'm so busy. And I think a big part of it was I wanted to kind of because obviously, as some people might know or might not know, that I do have disabilities, and I think a big part of me wanting to stream was to kind of show the disabled community that, we're still people. We can still do these things. It's not just average able-bodied people per se that can do these types of things. And so that's why I got my start. I started with a really shitty webcam, shitty microphone, and I kind of escalated from there. And then I started, paying more money for things because I wanted to take it more seriously. And at first, like, it was only like a couple people that were tuning in, which, that's usually what happens when you get your start. It gets really awkward, gets really uncomfortable at times. But the more I kept doing it, the more traction I gained. And also networking. Networking was a big thing for me. Reaching out to fellow streamers and making friends with people. And so that's how I kind of got my start.
Okay. Were you, did you have like a specific thing you were streaming when you first started? Was there a main game or?
To begin with, I think I was mostly streaming Stardew Valley and Tomodachi Life. And those two were the things that I was like streaming religiously. And then I kind of branched out and became like a variety streamer. I try to I mainly stream Fortnite now, but I try to give more flavor, if that makes sense. But I try really hard to kind of do different things, but I feel like now as a streamer, I've mainly tracked to Fortnite, and because it's really fun for me, and I feel like that's where I'm most chaotic.
Oh, okay. So it's just become something that you enjoy a lot, is doing the Fortnite, and I know on there you have a lot of time to have fun and interact with the community and things like that.
Oh too. Yeah, I like to play games that are a little bit slower, so I have time to interact with my chat. Like I play Genshin Impact now. I play Fortnite a lot, and like those are two games that I play where I can still keep up with chat and still play. So that's why I pretty much always stick to games that are slow paced so I can still interact with my community.
Okay. You mentioned that you don't really have a schedule. Is there times that you're on more often? Is there like a time range, or is it like all hours?
Usually on the weekend, I'm online in the morning. But because of my job, I can only go live like in the afternoon towards the evening. But during the weekends, like sometimes I'll stream early in the morning, sometimes I'll do midday, and sometimes I'll do in the afternoon. It's all in how my schedule allows me to. So that's why I don't have a schedule.
All over the board.
Pretty much. And
yeah.
And now that I've got, voice acting picked up, I've noticed that my schedule has become very, very tight. And I don't get to do it as often as I would like to. And I kind of feel kind of shitty, but I'm trying to make voice acting my career. So I've been mainly focused on that for a very long time.
Okay. How long have you been focused on like voice acting? Like, when did you get started on that?
I got started on it. Like I started it when I was about 15, but didn't start taking it serious until about 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay. And how old are you now?
24. I just turned 24.
Okay. So a third of your life you've been doing voice acting, just about.
Yeah, and like when I was younger, I was like, I was watching like Tara Strong, Billy Kometz, like all the really, really big voice actors. I was watching them and I was like, I want to do that. Like this is what I want to do. And I've wanted to be a voice actor since I was really, really young, but I didn't start pursuing it until recently.
Okay. What did you do to get started in that?
Honestly, what I first did was I joined like really small like casting networks, and I joined a casting call club backstage. At first I was only doing like smaller projects, but when I took it more seriously, I started kind of branching out and doing paid projects. And then as I started to gain more traction and pick up more roles, I ended up getting picked up by a management company who regularly will send me roles to audition for. And I think like there's some things that I'm not allowed to tell you, but there's some pretty big roles that I have booked just recently that I haven't announced yet, and that's why I'm not allowed to tell you. Gotcha. But all I can really say is the role that I just picked up could completely change my life for like ever.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so when I started voice acting, I was like, I had like a lot of self-doubt where I was like, I don't know if I can do this, because I was getting no after no after no after no. And then I was like, well, and then I was told you'll get 1,000 no's before you get a yes. And so I kept going and going and putting role after role after role after role in. And I think once I did that, I picked up a little traction and I started getting accepted for more roles. And I've had casting directors come to me, and I've had them come to my management. And I feel like a lot of times my voice can be very distinct. I think that's a big part of the reason, because I'm still working on like a demo reel that you would send to a big agency. And I think my biggest tip would be, if you're just starting out, don't give up because you get 1 no or 2 no's or 3 no's, because you'll get a lot of no's before you get your first yes. And when I got my first yes, it felt like I was on cloud 9.
Oh, I'm sure. Is that are you talking about just a gig in general, or like a paid gig, your first paid gig?
My first paid gig, it was like I didn't know what to think of it, because like, as a voice actor that's starting out, my cat is behind me. As a voice actor that's just starting out, that who doesn't have a lot of Experience. Thank you, camera. Hello, I'm right here. Oh my God. What is the oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're just giving you a hard time tonight. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay, what if I stand up? Will it show if I stand up? But like as a person who's just starting out in like the whole industry, like it's really it's tough out there when you first started. It's tough out there.
Sure.
And I think that a big part of it is just believing in yourself, believing that you can do anything. And even if the role is even if you don't get casted for the role, you have to tell yourself that there's other ones out there, because there's dozens and dozens and dozens.
Right.
And that's what I had to keep telling myself, was that there's many roles out there. So to never give up. And I think when I got my first paid gig, it felt like cloud nine. I was like, holy shit, like I'm getting paid for my voice. Like,
right.
And the thing about it is, like, even if it's with your voice, it's still acting. Even if people can't see you.
Right.
What people don't realize is behind the booth, you're literally like acting out scenes as if
you get animated when you're doing it too. Like
yeah, I will get animated because it helps. It really helps. It helps with your tone, the way you perceive yourself, and the way that you perceive your character. And literally, like, my management will do training with me. They'll put a character in front of me. They'll be like, give it a voice. And I would have to sit and I'd have to look at it and then give it a voice. And so that's what a lot of my time is consumed by. It's just voice acting.
How long have you had management?
About a year. They reached out to me.
Was it before or after you got your first paid gig?
That was before. They reached out to me beforehand. And before I was really interrupted by my camera. But like, like just the worst time ever.
I don't know if you have something to block the window, because I'm thinking it might be trying to focus on the light back there.
Okay, give me like 2 seconds. Let me see if I can.
I'm gonna get something to drink too. I left my tea and my soda in the kitchen.
Intermission, guys.
Already, and I left it in there. We'll be right back.
Intermission, guys. Go to the bathroom, get a drink, do whatever you got to do. Go away.
That's right. Go take a stretch.
Y'all get to see my weird ass house. My very cat-filled house. If anybody's wondering what's on the floor, it's cat stuffs.
All right, I've got my beverages, and you got cat stuffs all over the floor. That's how my floor is, cat toys.
Yeah, it's filled with cat stuff because, well, you can see the broken the broken cat tree.
Yeah. How many cats do you have?
5.
Nice.
I have problems. But anyway, back to before I was really interrupted by my camera. But I think being a voice actor has really let me kind of express myself in a way that you know I've never gotten to, because you know, during my childhood I wasn't allowed to express myself in a way that an average person would. And so when I picked up voice acting, I was like, holy shit, like, and it's also like a therapy. It's a therapy. Like, being able to channel someone else that's not yourself is very therapeutic, especially for me in a sense. But I picked up voice acting as like a serious thing now because I wanted to be there for the disabled community because the disabled community, they deserve recognition too. And so that's kind of why I picked it up, and that's what I represent is I represent the disabled community, and I basically just kind of show people that no matter what you have or who you are or just anything in general, you can do anything. And that's when I picked
want
up.
to talk about your disability and like what you might have had to have overcome or obstacles?
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
If you don't, then that's fine.
No, absolutely. I'm always open to talking about it because I like to educate people.
Sure, yeah.
And
What I'm curious.
And so I was born with something called cerebral palsy. It affects my right side. And for as long as I could remember, when I was in school, I was bullied pretty bad. And it's like the stiffness in your muscles. Your muscles are super stiff, and basically it makes it hard for you to move around, and you kind of have to adapt your life in a little bit of a different sense. And it causes a lot of pain. And so when I thought about voice acting, it's one thing that you can do that's like completely remote, and you don't really have to go in the booth if you don't want to. I literally have a homemade booth in my closet. That's literally where I will record, is in my closet. I will have a chair and I will have my phone, and that's where I will record. And I think, having this disability since I was born, it really has kind of forced me to adapt my life in a way that not an average person would, but it definitely has shown me that there are challenges in life, and I can overcome those challenges if I'm determined enough. And basically I just told myself, like, even with this disability, I can still do anything. And like, I can hold a job like a regular person. I can drive, but under certain circumstances, like I have to drive with hand controls because the CP is on my right side. So it's like I can't drive with my right side. So I have to use hand controls and I have to use my hands. And like basically I have to readapt my life. And it's difficult, but I've overcome so much where I'm just kind of used to it. And that's when I started like making content and like taking things more seriously and voice acting and just picking up all these different things just to show that this is something I'm able to do, and this is something I'm able to overcome, and show all the people that hate me, that treat me like shit, that I can still fucking do anything that they can do, and they can literally eat it for all I care.
Right.
Like, and that's why I'm super, super passionate about it. 'Cause like, freaking, if you don't support me, that's fine. If you hate me, that's fine. But don't come crying to me when I reach success and you're still freaking living in your mom's basement. Like, literally. Like,
right. Now, did you get picked on a lot in school because of your disability?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got beat up. I got beat up quite a lot. I got beat up. I got locked into lockers. People would take pictures and videos and without my acknowledgement, for one.
Right.
And they, it was really hard. It was really, really hard, like being like in high school, especially like being 14 years old, wondering why people hate me, wondering why people are looking at me all weird. Like, and even as an adult, I still get stared at, and people will still come up to me and they'll ask me like really outrageous questions ones that I will not repeat because we are live on the air. But but like, it's really, really difficult to explain to people that this is who I am. I can't do anything about it. There's no cure. There's no cure. Only surgery. And I've had about 36 different surgeries.
Ooh.
And with CP, I've had about 36 different surgeries, maybe more. And that's why I just kind of started, acting, because I just want to show people that just because this is me doesn't mean that I can't do what everyone else can do.
Right.
So that's a big, big part of it. And like the sky's the limit. Everything is limitless. And that's just how I see the world. And like, I can talk to people. I literally am very conversational, as I am right now. I literally dove head on into this and just started going and going and going and going. And because like, I can talk and talk and talk and talk and never stop, because you know what? I'm also autistic, and I also want to let people know out there that even if you're autistic, that shouldn't change people's perspective of you either.
Right.
And, like, I have a lot of friends who are autistic, and I have friends who know I'm autistic. I can't read social cues. Sometimes I have issues with communicating just because of, like, whether it be the mood I'm in, or whatever's happening right then and there will depend if I can talk to you. But in actuality, like, I can literally sit and have a conversation with you because I know you already. And we talked outside of this. Like, it's a little bit easier to talk to people you know versus people you don't know. But, and that's part of the reason, like, I don't do face cams right now, is just because, well, one, my graphics card kind of took a poopy. And two, but it's harder to talk to people you don't know face to face versus online. See, online, it's easy.
Right.
Face to face, you will not hear my voice. like it's crazy, because I've done so much and I've achieved so much in like the 24 years that I've been alive. Just by saying alive, I've achieved it, and I will continue to achieve it because I've met so many voice actors. So many voice actors. I've met a lot of voice actors, and like,
I got my bot saying different things on there as well. I'm gonna fix my bot real quick. But you can continue. This silly bot. I thought I was ready. I just wasn't ready.
And now, commercial break.
Yeah, right. No.
Which bot is it?
It's CloudBot.
Oh God,
here we go. It's the auto one. I forgot that I had the auto one.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's easy. We got this.
And now back to our regular scheduled program.
Make sure this one doesn't say.
I'll wait.
Okay, it's good. We're good. The bot shouldn't do it again. Thank you, Corey.
Oh my God. I will not know, Corey. No. You're not supposed to encourage that. No.
Keegan, do this.
No, he told me to throw it back.
Yeah.
No, Corey. No. I will not do that. No. You are my father. You are trash.
So as far as overcoming disabilities and things like that too, is like, I mean, one guy that has, what is it, Asperger's or something, or at least self-diagnosed, Elon Musk. I mean, that guy is the world's richest man, and he's overcoming his disability and running 3 businesses. So I mean, it's not impossible to be successful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
different challenges and stuff like that.
It's really not. And when I
mean, it might be harder, and you have to maybe be creative with the ways that you, tackle different obstacles and things like that. But, I've got a lot of respect for you doing what you're doing. And having a good attitude about it, because that's a lot of it, has to do with your attitude towards things. And when those people are mean and things like that, it's really easy to get into their, let them get into your headspace. But
oh yeah, and
get
like
them
that's
out of
how
your
it was.
headspace.
That's how it was when I first started. I was like I was getting hate, so much hate. And I didn't know if I wanted to continue doing it just because people were being mean to me. But I kept telling myself that these are just haters. They don't matter. I can still do what I want to do while they live in their mama's basement and be keyboard warriors. Like, come on. Like,
Right.
it's not going to stop me. No one's going to stop me. Like, even if they try, literally someone like in this chat right now be like, someone in the chat could be like, you fucking suck. And I'd be like, okay. Like, literally,
Right.
like they just want your attention. That's all they want. They want your attention.
Anymore.
They got it.
Like those people, I feel sorry for them. They have to go and be mean to other people, and they have other things going on. So I mean, it's unfortunate they have to go and be mean and try to be hurtful towards other people to do what. I don't know if it is try to make them feel better or not, but something's going on in their life where they have to disrespect other people, and it's just sad that so many people are that way.
And that's why, like, with all the voice actors I've met, I've asked for advice. I've asked for, how do I handle this? And they'll give it to you. They'll give you advice if you ask.
Sure.
And I just want to flex this real quick to piss off Corey.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That's Tanjiro Kamado.
Yep, Tanjiro Kamado. I got the English voice actor's autograph.
Wow.
Suck it, Corey. No, Don't worry. Corey's my dad. He won't care. But like, I think, there's gonna be a time where I'm gonna meet my favorite voice actors face to face, and it's gonna be in a project together. That's what I manifest.
Right. If you keep going at it, you probably will. I don't have any doubt that you will succeed in that with your determination.
Oh yeah.
Just like you said before, is all the attempts at trying, it's just that one open door that you have to find.
Yeah, it's just you have to open that door, and you have to kind of just at first, when you first start, you kind of just dip your feet into it, do unpaid projects, build your portfolio, make your demo reel. Like, that's exactly what I did. Is I kind of just dip my little toesy woesies into voice acting. And at first I wasn't taking it very serious. I was like, okay, maybe I'll do a couple projects here and there. And then I started getting unpaid gigs, and that helped me build a portfolio. And then once I built the portfolio, I did my demo reel. And then when I did my demo reel, I got picked up by an agency. And I've got other agencies that I'm still trying to see if I want to pursue with. Because I did have a couple reach out to me directly, and I still haven't decided who I want to go with yet, which is like a big decision, because
right.
And
now, do you get locked into a contract with that? Is that why it's a big decision? Will you be stuck like working with that agency, or is it just that you get in so much with that agency that you don't really want to switch once you get one?
The one that I'm currently with, like, I can go with other agencies and still be with them. They'll just be like a secondary agency for me. But when I choose an agency, you do sign a contract, but you can leave at any time. And it's not like when you're renting an apartment for the first time and you're stuck in this lease, and like you have to stay there for a year. It's a little bit different in the industry. You can sign your contract, and then if at any given time you don't want to be with that, you can be with multiple agencies at once for some of them. But for the one specifically that I'm striving for, I'm waiting until they send me an email, because once they send me that email, I'm hopping on it right away, because a lot of my favorite voice actors are signed up under them. And they were at an anime convention that I went to last year, so I got to talk to them personally. And another thing that ties into that is my niche, my specific niche is anime, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And my specific genre that I'm really, really into is horror.
Okay.
And I'll do other stuff, don't get me wrong. But if I get pulled into something that's horror, I'm all over it like a freaking dog, bro. Like, I'm all over it. Like, I want to know everything. I want to know the script. And here's the thing that people don't tell you about voice acting is when you get handed a role to audition for, they give you a picture of the character. They'll give you a picture and a few lines, and you record it. That's literally how it goes. It's like you get a picture of what the character looks like. Then just like maybe...
And you do like your interpretation of what the sayings are, and you kind of give your spin on whatever you feel like that character would sound like.
Yeah, and like, so basically it's like the training that I'm always put through.
Yeah.
And they do this so that your voice stays up to date, and you can you can kind of broaden your horizon and your vocal range. And I can go pretty high for vocal range. I mean, Peachy, she's in the chat, but Peachy will always spew random sentences at me, and usually I will reply in a character's voice.
Okay.
And that seems to help sometimes too.
I think we might have to do that in a little while, is get some people putting in some suggestions. Maybe not just yet, but
not just yet. Not just yet. I got to get my voice all prepped up.
Right. With the voice acting gigs that are paid, do they pay you like just a flat rate? They give you like X amount of dollars for the job, or do they give you like royalties, or does it vary from job to job?
It depends on what you do. So if it's an audiobook, it's X amount of money per word.
Okay.
Or X amount of money per minute. Some of them are X amount of money per sentence. Some of it is like an hourly rate. So like, let's say I have to go and record for 8 hours, and the hourly rate is like $300. So $300 an hour.
Okay.
And so it really, really depends on what you're doing. Because I've done some really small projects, like I've done some fan dubs, and usually those will pay per session. So maybe there may be times where my character is reoccurring. So per session they'll pay me, let's say, $200 per session, $300. And those are just for the smaller projects. Now for the big projects, I can't disclose what they pay me for that, but
right.
But the big projects are what you want to strive for. The smaller projects are
sounds like a lot of like just a flat rate. You get paid this amount of dollars and that's it. Do any of them pay royalties at all? Where like per download or per listen or per listening hours or anything like that?
So a lot of the ones that I did were smaller projects, so they didn't have royalties.
Right.
But like in some of the big projects, like some of the big projects, I don't want to go too in depth, but
right.
But like with some of the bigger projects, like it's usually a flat rate.
Okay, so they pay you X amount of dollars and then you're done, and then whatever they do, they're going to make their money off of it down the road, but they got you paid and that's it.
Well, and like some of the things that I've recorded for the pilot,
right.
that starts it all out,
right,
and then usually after the pilot, the characters will get recast. But I've had a couple where after recording the pilot, I got a call back to be the actual character like in the series.
Yeah.
So like it all depends on who the producers are, what the agency is, what the company you're going through is.
Right.
The one thing that I want to try to avoid is going with SAG. I don't know if you remember like the whole SAG strike. There's like a whole thing going on with them right now.
Okay.
And
that's the Screen Actors Guild, right?
Yep. And there's a whole thing going on with them right now because they also work with voice actors, and they're kind of being really mean to us right now. And they signed a contract to allow companies to use our voices in AI projects without our consent. And the one thing that I will say, and I'm putting it on record right now, I will not ever condone my voice being used in AI, like ever, because that's not right. That's not right. Then voice actors aren't getting paid.
Right. For your voice, like actually your vocal cords making those sounds get reproduced in AI. I mean, they're going over a big thing like that with art right now.
With AI art.
The AI learns from all of the art that's online. Basically, it reads the internet and tries to emulate what's there. So pieces of art, people, different things are being utilized, and artists are really upset.
When if people use other voice actors voices in AI, we have the right to take legal action against them. Because I know a couple other voice actors who have had to do this. And I'm hoping that I'm never one of them that has to do that.
Right.
But I will never, ever condone my voice being used in AI ever. Because if you're going to use my voice, I want it to be authentic. I want it to be something that I said, and I want to have control over it.
Right. And they might use it for something you don't endorse. Like, hey, they're using this voice for something that, like, I would never do that. And, that's horrible.
Well, it's like a lot of voice actors, like their music is being stolen. Their voices are being stolen. And, there's a couple voice actors that I'm personal friends with, and their voices have been used in erotic media. And they don't condone to that.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of content,
I don't either. Like, that is wrong. If you're going to use my voice, you're going to pay me, and it's going to be how I want it. Like, so that's like a big thing that I'm not happy with right now. And I feel like we are very much being taken advantage of by SAG, and they're not listening to us. As actors and voice actors, they're not listening to us. They're not listening to our cries. They're not listening to us at all. And so
that might be like part of the thing to look at for the contracts when you're signing up with places too, is to see what kind of rights are on the voice that you've recorded, to see if they can resell it or reuse it or AI and stuff to be aware of, at least when you're signing that dotted line, to know what kind of control you have over how it's used.
Well, and like that's the thing too, is like when you're signing contracts for certain productions, always read your contract front to back, no matter how long it takes you.
Right.
Because once you sign that paper, nothing belongs to you anymore.
Right.
And so
you don't want to get burned down the road. Definitely pay attention to that. Those contracts are there for a reason.
Exactly. And that's why I take it super duper seriously, where I'm like if you use my voice in AI, I will take legal action against you, and I won't hesitate. And like even my management company always has a lawyer on standby in case anything does happen.
And that's a good part about having the management company too, is you don't have to get your own litigation if you run into things. So
right. And like I've had to have my management company reach out to people for not paying me, treating me unfair. Like they're the management companies, they care about the voice actors. But SAG, on the other hand, not doing so hot right now.
Right. Yeah. Without the voice actors, they don't get paid. So
exactly.
They really need to take care of you guys.
And during the whole SAG strike, a lot of us were not getting paid. And that's what sucks. And enough of my tangent. Next question.
Next question. I have a question about the microphone. Do you use your phone microphone in the recording booth? Or do you have it? You said you use your phone. I'm wondering if it's like, do you use the microphone, or do you have a separate mic hooked up to it?
So basically, sometimes like just depending on the type of role, like if it's a big role, I'll use my computer, I'll use my high quality mic. If it's something that's really small, I will tend to use like my voice memo on my iPhone. And
Okay.
hello cat. I will use my voice memo on my iPhone and I will record that way, and I will use my closet because it obviously with like clothes in the way, it kind of
Right. Dampens the echo.
Dampens the echo.
Right.
And but for like really big stuff, I use my high quality mic.
Okay. Do you hook that up to the computer then, or do you still like try to get that recorded in the closet still and move like kind of shift in there?
So my computer, my microphone has a built-in pop filter, so it will it'll like close everything out so that none of the echo from the room is like detected.
Right. Okay.
And it like has an automatic thing to where I can make it so you can't hear anything or anything like that.
Setting up the filters and stuff like that.
Right. And like a lot of stuff I've recorded was mostly for streamers. Like I don't know if you know Lil Salad Man, but that's like my best friend of the best friends who I personally know in real life. I've recorded some stuff for him for his Twitch. And you know, I've recorded sound alerts. Like I put all that on there. Like you get like literally anything you record, you could put on your acting resume, and it'll work. It'll work.
Right.
So
that's awesome.
That's pretty much how I got my start. Anyway,
I had another question. I think. Do you have like a favorite thing that you've done that you can talk about as far as the past work that you got paid for, or any favorite characters that you'd like to do?
Ooh, I like this question. Let's see. I've done a Genshin Impact dub for a friend of mine, and I voiced I voiced Bluebeam, which is the female traveler in Genshin Impact. I did that. I've done some fan dubs for Five Nights at Freddy's, where I played Vanessa. I've done. Oh, my voice just cracked. I've done like some super duper small projects. Like I've done some like self-made ones, where people have created characters and have like asked me to voice them. Because I'm on this this Discord server specifically for voice actors to network with each other, and we have weekly exercises, we have weekly trainings where we do vocal training, and I've gotten a couple roles from that Discord server. I have gotten vocal lessons from Karina Becker, who is a very well-known voice actor. She plays Paimon in Genshin Impact, which is like the little fairy fella that follows the traveler around. I've gotten like lessons from them, and I've taken workshops. I've taken like I do pretty much everything to make my voice better, and I've practiced like video game like grunts and hitting and screaming, and it's but I don't do that out loud because my neighbors are gonna think that I'm getting beat up or some shit. But like they're gonna think I got.
You don't do it out loud. How do you do it then?
I go in my closet.
Oh, okay.
I go in my closet because then my neighbors are gonna think that someone's beating the shit out of me or something. But like,
like,
like literally, like people are gonna think that like either I'm A, constipated, or B, getting beat the fuck up.
You do both voices, and it sounds like someone else is there beating you up.
Yeah, pretty much. And the legendary soundproof closet. Thank you, Audrey.
Right. Come to find out, it's not really soundproof, and they hear.
Come to find out, it's not really soundproof. And people downstairs from me can just hear me. Like, but like I've actually had people call the cops and do a wellness check.
Wow.
Where I'm like, oh no, I'm fine. Like everything's
Right.
fine. I'm just doing voice acting. It's okay. Like I'm not getting beat up. There's no.
Do you then throw it out to the cops and like make the sounds? Be like, this is what they heard. And
I'm always like, oh no, this is what they heard. And another thing is, with acting, I taught myself how to cry on command because especially in horror anime, a lot of characters cry, and so I had to teach myself how to cry on command. And
with tears, do you get like real tears?
With tears. If you like the thing about it is to make yourself cry, you have to stare very intently and don't blink. And
so your eyes water up from just being dry.
So your eyes well up, and then if you think about something sad, it usually helps. Like
like
puppies,
I think I could do it.
Abandoned puppies in a box. like you gotta think about something
so
really sad.
Yeah, puppies in a box. Like they don't even know them, but I'm already getting sad.
Literally, and I think like even you can kind of tell that my voice is hoarse because I was supposed to do a bunch of voiceover work tonight, but I did it earlier in the week.
Okay.
So that I had time to do this, and one of the characters that I voiced had to cry, and I was like, on one screen I was on Zoom with the director, on another screen it had the script.
Okay.
And the director's just kind of sitting there looking at me like, all right, cry. And I'm like, okay. like literally they put their hands on their knees and they were like, cry. And I'm like, well shit, like you're putting me on the spot here. And so basically, that's what I did. And usually like you can make like the sound of crying, but I feel like when you make yourself cry, it's a little bit more authentic that way.
Right.
And
do they see you then? They see your face when you're doing that stuff?
I'm sorry?
Do they see your face when you're doing it? Like,
yep, because like we're on camera. Because we kind of have to be really careful not to expose the script, who we're voicing, what we're voicing. We have to be really, really careful about that. And because if that gets out to anybody, you get fired and you'll basically be put on blast. So no other agencies will pick you up after that. So that's why I'm not particularly... I don't like to show the script. I don't show who I'm voicing. And I mean, like, I talked about some of the big roles that I auditioned for and some of them that I've booked, but I did that before I signed the NDA because you can do it before you sign the NDA. But once you sign the NDA, you can't say
then
anything.
you're locked in, right? You can't
you can't say
I have something against you for something before you even made a contract.
Exactly. And another thing is, especially when your social media is a public platform, you need to watch what you say on the internet.
Right.
Especially if you are an adult and your fan base is minors. You have to be really, really careful about what you do, because one wrong move and you're done. You get canceled. Like just like that. Like it all happens so fast. So you have to be really, really careful about that.
Right.
And I have to be really careful about the things that I talk about, especially on social media. Like if it's my personal social media where, I don't have, fans following me or people who watch anything that I've been in, like as long as I am super careful about that, like on my personal Facebook page I can post what I want, like great. But when it comes to a public platform where anybody can see you, you have to be careful, because
like post on Twitter or X or
like a post on Twitter, Like literally, I am super unhinged, but I'm still really careful about what I post on Twitter.
Right. Do you have anything that you'd like your past works that you could share that you would want to share, like a video or an audio file or something like that?
I don't necessarily have anything that I am per se allowed to show.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of them isn't out yet, and I haven't
Oh, okay.
been given the okay to announce it.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering if there's any like public work out there that's already been done that already,
Well, I
is
know
out and you could share, but if not, that's okay.
the only thing I would the only the only thing I have really would be what I recorded for Salad for his Twitch.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of the stuff is still in the production stages because I didn't start taking it super seriously until recently.
Right.
So a lot of it is still in the production stages, and like I'm more than happy somewhere down the line to do voices for you, so you can hear it raw and in person.
Right. Yeah.
And usually that's not something a person would do. But obviously, like, if I get invited to a convention and I'm in something big, a lot of production agencies will not allow you to say things in a character's voice that's not canon.
Right.
So we'll take like Genshin Impact for example. When I met the voice of Ether, which is Zach Aguilar, who's also the voice of Tanjiro, when I met him, he was not allowed to say anything that wasn't canon, and it was because the production agency said in their contract that they are not allowed to say anything if it's not canon.
Right. I mean, that's almost the same as like someone using your voice, like the AI thing that we talked about earlier, and using it for something else that you don't actually represent. So I mean, that's kind of like their character doing something the character wouldn't do. So that makes sense.
Yeah, and like I've seen it happen, and it's really terrible. And there was like one voice actor who I've been following for quite some time, and her voice was used in AI, and she literally got bullied off the internet. And she got bullied so bad she deleted all of her social media. And like, it sucks because no person should be bullied off the internet, especially a voice actor, someone who's giving you their voice.
Right. And especially for standing up for themselves, they're trying to stick up for their voice, which is their product at that point in time.
Exactly. And this is what they use to make a living. And I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'm getting rather close to the point where I'm going to probably have to get up and move in like the next year or two. And because
like physically move,
move out of my state and go somewhere else. And like that's where my career is sitting at right now. And
because of the voice acting?
Because of the voice acting. That is
it like constrictions or regulations in your state, or just the people around you?
No. One of the agencies that I'm trying to get with has a headquarters in the specific state. And
so you want to relocate to be closer to your work, basically.
Yeah, because they also have booths to record in. And I would love to go into an actual booth and record something.
Right.
And I know a couple things because I had to get an okay before I could talk about certain stuff. But the one thing that I can say is that I have signed agreements for a couple shows on Nickelodeon. And that was like really surprising to me.
Yeah.
Because like starting out, I had like no big roles coming. And when I was told that, these directors were amazed at the voice that I had, it really kind of pushed me to kind of strive harder, if that makes sense. Like, strive for what I want 10 times harder. Like, if you knew how much time I spend voice acting, I will go to work, get done with work, record for 3 hours, go to bed. Literally.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize until today talking to you how much time you had in there. And that's just touching a little bit of it. Like you said, every weekend you're doing a training with other people. You've got, the manager, that you're meeting with doing the training and all the different voice training. And now, 3 hours on the regular day, that's.
And not only that, but I'm a press manager for a local anime convention. So I've got that on my plate as well.
Now, is that something where you're talking a lot too with that? Like, do you have worries about talking too much? I mean, you say you like to talk and things like that.
I mean, in my role at the anime convention, I have to talk because there may be times where I get pulled into an interview where the local news station will come in, or the radio station will come in, or something like that, where I have to be on standby the whole time, and my fucking camera's doing the thing again.
It is.
I even have a light on, broski. But like there may be moments where I'm called in to do an interview about the convention, and I've been in the position for 2 years now, and I don't foresee myself ever stopping because I love what I do. And I get to know the voice actors very well. Like, I have a couple of them on Facebook. I won't name their names for their safety. But I have a couple of them on Facebook who I talk to on a regular basis with the rest of the staff at the anime convention. And every single day we're announcing someone new. Like, I think today we just announced that Erica Mendez was coming. She's a very well-known voice actor. And one of the trainers that I go through is actually trying to help me land a role in Genshin Impact. And if you know me, you know that I streamed that for a long time. I even got sponsored by them. Like, that's how much I was streaming it at that point.
Wow.
And I've had people tell me that if I landed in Genshin, they would pull for my character instantly and they would never skip my voice lines, but I kind of feel like that's a lie. But like, I feel like if I landed in Genshin, I would pull for my character and then never use it because I wouldn't want to hear my own voice 24/7.
That'd be cool, but I could understand that too. It's like, like, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, maybe like the first couple times I'll be like, oh, hey, that's me. And then like I would hear it more often. I'm like, all right, I'm sick of it. Fuck this.
Right.
And like, I know when I was taking lessons from Karina Becker, she actually touched base on because she's like a main character. So she hears her voice a lot. And, her partner, her fiance also skips her voice lines because you hear them talk every day. And I feel like that'd be me. If I were to be in Genshin, I would literally skip my voice lines. I'd pull Keegan in Genshin. Thank you, gamer. Makes me feel good about myself. Thanks. I'd skip my own voice lines. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'd skip them because I hear myself talk every day.
Skip.
Like, dude, and literally my emotes, my Twitch emotes are literally Genshin characters, and my sub badge is a Prima Gem. Which, thanks to Genshin Impact, I found out that I have a gambling addiction. So, next question.
We can turn to chat if you guys have any questions too.
Yeah, absolutely. Throw your
We'll
questions
pull
at
up
me.
some questions up in chat on there.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite type of voice that you like to do?
Ooh. Okay. I have to think about this one. I know my chat really likes when I do low and husky. Because they're horny. But like, but I prefer to really do. I don't really like high pitched voices that much because it really strains my voice. You know, having to go up high, like really, really high. Like I don't like it, but you know, excuse me. But you know, low and husky is where it's at.
That's funny. Corey says, where did Keegan get their Twitch handle from?
Ooh, good question, Corey. I got my Twitch handle. Okay, so I went through a couple different phases in my life where I at first I wanted to be like an edgy teen. So for like a while, my freaking handle was like Keegan is dead or something like that. And I just kind of decided because I put a bunch of different names together with mine because I knew I wanted my name in there somewhere.
Okay.
For a while.
So Keegan's your first name then?
Yes, Keegan is my first name. So I tried KeeganDotJPG, which was really fucking stupid. But like, and then
did you just do the JPEG or whatever? Or?
Yeah, KeeganDotJPG, which is really fucking stupid. That's so cringe.
Yeah.
And then I had
it could be like BMP or something. That'd be
yeah. Or
JPEG's a little better.
And then I had KeeganMov, KeeganMov, and then I had some other really cringy ones like Weenie Hut General.
What? Weenie Hat General?
Weenie Hut General.
Weenie Hut. Okay.
It's from SpongeBob.
Okay.
When they go to Weenie Hut Juniors and instead of going because like they couldn't get into Weenie Hut General or something like that, and so they had to go to Weenie Hut Juniors. And Weenie Hut General was like literally. Fun fact, that is literally my TikTok handle to this day. But we're not talking about that. And then I did KeeganDotExe, and that has stuck for years. And years and years. So I went through a couple different really cringy teen phases. I know and then I think at one point, literally, my Instagram handle was Weenie Hut Junior, and then I changed it, and to this day, it's been Keegan Likes to Battle. I like to have my name in some way, shape, or form in there.
Yeah.
So I kept KeeganDotExe for quite some time, and for like a couple of years.
Yeah, I know when I first saw it, I don't remember if it was on the podcast or on my normal stream, but you came in there and it was KeeganDotExe, and it was memorable. And then I think when you said something right after it too, you're like, I always crash or something like that. I tend to crash. You know, that it was pretty funny and definitely stuck in my mind with that name.
But your intro was super clever.
Yeah.
No, your freaking intro was super, super clever, bro. It was so good.
Thank you.
It was so good. Like,
yeah, I thought you'd like it. I was really happy with it when I got done. I messaged you like, oh my gosh, this is so great.
And then if I end up on the podcast again, which I would really like to be, use it again.
Okay, yeah, we'll save it. We'll definitely have it in there. The voiceover is always
my
like on the spot.
Thing in the world.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So I think that's like a lot of where my Twitch handle came from. But before it was my Twitch handle, it was handles for other social medias before I actually took Twitch seriously. For a while, my alias on YouTube, on because I did YouTube videos for quite some time. I did really cringy shit, like gameplay over COD. So I did COD gameplay with commentary where I would talk about my life and totally trauma dump on the internet.
Was it like after the fact? Did you put the voiceover on the video, or was it live while you're playing COD? You just did your commentary.
So I filmed COD first, and then I would record my commentary.
Okay.
It was so. I cringe just talking about it.
Should we pull one of these up?
No, we should not. No. We're not pulling that shit up. No. Let's no, we will not. No, we will not be doing that. Thank you very much. Next question.
Next question. This is from Corey again. KeeganDotExe. Do you have a favorite anime?
Corey, you should already know this, Home Skillet. Do you not know me? How are you my dad? Like, okay, anyway. Okay. My two favorite animes, like, of all time is Demon Slayer and One Punch Man. Those two animes are fucking goated. I got him into Demon Slayer, and I still, to this day, am so happy about it. Because he used to freaking dog on me. He would dog on me for liking Demon Slayer, and then he actually watched it, and he loves it.
Got you. That's so funny.
Like, he used to dog on me so much about it. Like, it was...
I think that's the one he talked about too a little bit, and I'm gonna have to watch it. I definitely have to watch it.
Because it's really, really good. It's really, really good. It's also really sad. But we're not gonna talk about that because I don't want to spoil it for you. But but like, he's a nerd now, see? He's a nerd. But like, when I met the voice actor for Tanjiro and I got this thing signed, the first thing that came out of me being a total dumbass, the first thing that comes out of my mouth, and I'm just standing there staring at him, and I'm like, "You're real. What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's awesome.
And, like I have he was super nice. Zach is like super duper nice. Every voice actor that I have met has been really, really nice, especially Zach. You know, I met Robbie Damon. He's another voice actor. I met Ray Chase. I met Zach Aguilar, Max Middleman, Karina Becker. Griffin Burns is someone who I am meeting in like 2 months. Erica Mendez, Koi Dao. I feel like also being part of like the cosplay community and the convention community has really helped me meet more voice actors. And I think like over half the voice actors that I have met are in Demon Slayer. Like, it's just crazy. Like, there's so many like people that I know and that I met that are in Demon Slayer.
That's really cool. Like, your favorite anime and meeting all the people that make the voices behind it. And that's awesome.
Well, and like, would you like to hear the story of how meeting Zach went?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to hear the story of how meeting Zach. Now, who is Zach? Okay.
This guy.
All right.
He is also
Corey. Wow. I cosplay as Keegan's dad. You don't have to do anything to do that, right? You just act normal.
I'm putting that as my pin tweet. I'm putting that as my pin tweet. But when I met Zach, I was at Fan Expo Chicago, and it was I think it was Saturday. And I was minding my own business, living my life, and all of a sudden I remembered that Zach's signing was coming soon. And so I grabbed my Funko Pop out of my backpack because I had a Demon Slayer backpack, and I was wearing my Demon Slayer shirt. And I grabbed my Funko Pop and I'm holding it just like this, mind you, just like this. This will be in reference later. So I get in line. The line is long as fuck because he just went to his table. And so his line was like super long, and thanks to the accessibility team at Fan Expo Chicago, I didn't have to wait in line very long. And so I'm waiting in line. I pay for my signing because like at the bigger conventions, you kind of have to pay for the signing. Right. And so I pay for my signing, and all of a sudden I look over and he locks eyes with me. Yeah. And I'm like just kind of sitting there like and he waves at me and I'm like, hi. When I met him, it was my turn. And before I even got to him, I started crying because I look up to Zach a lot. Yeah. And I've been watching him since One Punch Man. And when he was in One Punch, he was only 17 years old. Okay. If you could hear the vocal range that this man can do, it's fucking nuts. And literally, I couldn't, like, with him voicing Genos, I didn't even know he was 17 because his voice was, like, so deep for the character. Okay. Yeah. I thought he was, like, 30. And, so it's my turn to go up to him. And the first thing he says to me is hi. And I'm holding my Funko Pop just like this, and I drop it. Oh, no. And I'm just staring at him. And he says it again. He's like, hi. And I'm like, holy shit, you're real. And then I legit bawled my eyes out. I cried. Yeah. I cried so hard. He literally came around the table and gave me a hug. Oh, wow. And literally, he got down to my level because I'm really short. Okay, I'm really short. I'm only 5 feet tall. This dude's 6'2". And so he gets down to my level and he gives me a hug like this. And I'm sobbing. And I'm like, I love you so much. You inspire me. You've inspired me to take voice acting more seriously. You are basically a hero to me. And all of a sudden I'm shaking, and I think it's because I'm so starstruck. I started shaking, and he whispers to me. He goes, "It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Gotta calm down a little bit." In my head, I'm I gotta calm down a little bit. But he's rubbing my back and stuff like that, and he's just the sweetest person on earth. And so he picks up my Funko Pop from the floor and is like, do you want this signed? And I'm like, and he's like, what color would you like me to sign this in? And I'm like, any color's fine. So I kept telling him, I'm like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And he every time that I would say, I love you, I love you, I love you, he would go, I love you too, I love you too, I love you too. He was super duper accommodating, and he knew that, I had a disability. So because of the accessibility team, obviously. And he literally brought me behind the table so he could give me another hug before I left.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I tweeted a picture of us, and he reposted it on Twitter, and he put it was really nice meeting you. You're super sweet. Yeah. And literally, when I saw that, I was in my hotel room sobbing. And I was sobbing like a fucking baby. He's only a year older than me, mind you. He's 25. And he's already been in such big productions. Like, I could tell you, he's in One Punch Man, Demon Slayer, Cookie Run Kingdom, Genshin Impact, Super Smash Bros. As Byleth, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Fire Emblem Engage. Like,
You're not a fan or anything, are you?
No, totally no, not at all. Nope. What? Keegan crying? No, never. Yeah, Peachy. You know what? Snake AIDS. That's what I think about you. But I think meeting Zach was like the highlight of my life. And then, but I don't think I said. Oh, I forgot to mention. I met Steve Burns from Blue's Clues.
Okay.
At Fan Expo.
Now that tweet that you had, do you have that like on deck where you could pull it up and share it, where people could see this if you wanted to pull it up on the stream? Like, you could send me a link, or you can share it in here if you wanted to.
Okay, let me.
If you don't want to, that's fine too.
Let me see. While I'm doing that. While
you're doing that, guys, if you want, !Keegan, you can get the link for Keegan's Twitch and follow her on there. I'm sure he has links to other socials and things like that through her Twitch stream. !GSP will get you to the website for Gnome Sand Presents podcast. At the top is different links for the YouTube, the Twitch, the all the different things and whatnot. If you are a content creator and would like to be on the Gnome Sand Presents podcast, we stream live Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, interviewing amateur content creators. And I would love to have you on there. You can go to the Gnome Sand Presents podcast or website and click the apply at the top, and you'll be able to apply to be on the podcast. So,
by the way, if anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, this is it right here.
Keegan?
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's a little blurry. It's hard to see.
There we go.
I don't know if it's the back or not. It just says, So Keegan, and then I don't know what the ad is on there.
KeeganDotExe.
It came in there for a second.
This is my Twitter, y'all.
You want me to type it out?
Yeah, it's the same as my. It's the same as my Twitch.
Oh, okay. I am looking for you right now. Search.
Not me flexing my blue check mark. Not me doing that.
Yeah, right. Okay, @KeeganDotExe with the DOT spelled out, and you have a new follower. Gnome Sand Presents. Just
follow. Let's go, baby. Let me find this tweet. I'm still finding the tweet. I got distracted. Oh yeah, and also I don't know if y'all saw, but I got a Demon Slayer tattoo.
Set your heart above, go beyond your limit. Ablaze. Set your heart ablaze, go beyond your limits. That's awesome. That's
I don't like nice. It's in the movie. If you've seen the Demon Slayer movie, it's something that Rengoku says. So when I got this tatted on my birthday, actually.
Nice.
Oh yeah, here's the picture of me and Zach that I posted. Well, one of them.
Oh, sweet.
He took this, and so after he took it, I did not wash my phone case for like ever. Okay.
Audie says the tweet should be from August, you think? And,
yeah, I think it should be from August. Let's see.
Trash says I cosplay as RDJ from Tropic Thunder, and Corey says you're just a dude playing a dude playing another dude.
This is the picture in question that I posted, and just to flex that he noticed said tweet. Let me show you. So he did like the tweet. As you can see, right there, he did like the tweet. Let's see, and then here's actually Audrey that's in the chat. Her and I met Steve Burns together. I thought I would just show that.
Okay, awesome.
Steve Burns from Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
And in case anybody is wondering, if you follow me on Twitter, you're gonna get stuff like that. Help! I'm balling and I can't get up.
Oh no!
You're gonna get.
That's so good. That's so bad. It's good. No.
You're gonna get stuff like that. Let me see. I think
Peachy asked something on here. Says, "Have we shared the news or not?" And I don't know if it's news you can share or not.
Have you shared the news? Have we shared the news or not? I think I know what she's talking about, and I think I told you, Gnome. I told you, but I didn't tell anybody else. I think you remember. Do you remember?
I don't. I could look in Discord and remember real quick though.
Look in Discord. Look in Discord.
Because I do. I remember you saying something. I just don't remember. And when I do, I'll be like, "Oh, I'll remember."
Here's me and Sabito from Demon Slayer. Me and Max Middleman. Yeah. He plays Sabito in Demon Slayer. Scroll back in Discord. Really, really take a look and tell me if you remember.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you had something you wanted to share and you were super excited to share it, and I couldn't talk about it on, you wanted to wait, and I kind of like tried to not put it in my mind so I wouldn't say anything about it. Here it is.
Is it what I know? No, it's not, Corey.
Okay. I remember now. Yes, I do. Absolutely 100% remember. Yeah.
Do we want to segue into it?
I mean, the segue's already here. So, yeah, you can segue right into it if you want. She can tell you the news yourself.
So, okay. So, I don't know if you guys like music or not. However, so I have a friend who lives abroad in Japan, and we have decided to release a J-pop album. And if you guys don't know what J-pop is, it's Japanese pop. Something that I love a lot. Like if you looked at my Spotify Wrapped, nothing is in English at that point.
Right.
So we're coming out with a J-pop album, and this will be the very first time, besides Gamer, the very first time you guys hear me sing that's not in English. We are making a J-pop album specifically for J-pop idols, because I'm striving to also become a J-pop idol. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but a J-pop idol is obviously a Japanese idol. However, I'm Western, but J-pop idols, overseas idols, also known as Kaigai idols, are very, very popular in Japan. And so when we decided that we were going to release something like this, like at first it was just going to be her, and then she asked me, if I wanted to jump on it because obviously I love Japanese pop culture, and I said yes. And she is friends with a producer all the way in Japan, and we're hoping to get it done by the end of the year because it's a whole album. It's 25 songs. Some songs I will have of my own. Sometimes some songs she will have of her own, and others will be kind of like a duet-y kind of thing. But this will be like the first time anybody has heard me properly sing, let alone not in English.
Right.
But I'm super excited. She's super excited. Like it's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. One of my one of my dear friends who's also a Western Idol. Her name is Barry, and she came out with a song called Waku Waku Dreaming, and it's all about following your dreams and chasing the stars and doing what you want to do in life. So that's why I kind of hopped on that bandwagon when I was asked. I was like, oh, that'd be super sick.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to be a J-pop idol, and you know, and like I've mentioned earlier, the opportunities are limitless, especially when you're a Western idol. Western idols are very, very popular. They're also known as Kaigai idols, which you could be from anywhere in the world and still be a J-pop idol, versus a K-pop idol, which is very, very popular. But that's not my niche. So I decided to do J-pop and J-rock. J-rock is another one that I love. So I just finally decided, I was like, dude, like, let's do this. Like, let's drop this album. And we're hoping to get it done by the end of the year. And I don't know how.
It'll be on Spotify, or
it'll be on
iTunes
all streaming platforms. Streaming platforms. YouTube, freaking Pandora for all awesome. I know. Spotify, Apple Music. It'll be everywhere. It'll be everywhere. We want to get it done by the end of the year. And like, this is a big step for me, because I've always loved J-pop, and I've loved Hi D-Town. Hi. But like,
I actually was trying to find like a J-pop song for the intro, but YouTube only has so many selections that they have for their audio to use on there. So.
Oh yeah, one band you could have used that's like my favorite is Baby Metal. They are J-rock. They are like a Baby Metal is like considered a kawaii metal group. And when I decided that I wanted to pursue J-pop, I wasn't quite sure how people were going to react, because obviously I'm Western, and you know, hearing
she's trying to get the camera to focus, not just saying I'm Western, you know.
Yeah, the camera's not focused. Hold up. Anyway, snake AIDS. But I finally just decided to bite the bullet and release a J-pop album. And I also thought,
if your J-pop takes off, are you gonna like change or still do voice acting?
Oh yeah. Singing in the voice acting industry helps a lot. And
they kind of go hand in hand. You could just like use them both to build your portfolio.
Right. And it helps because like a lot of, you know, when you're auditioning for things, they'll ask you if you have a singing ability.
Mm-hmm.
And so that helps a lot. Like, I think when I play games too, besides Fortnite, when I play games, I don't play with English dialogue.
Okay.
I play with either Korean or Japanese dialogue. I almost flipped off the camera. We're gonna pretend that never happened. But
no, I'm gonna use that for the thumbnail for the YouTube video. That's gonna. I'm just kidding.
No, don't do that to me. But anyway, but I think right now, like in Genshin, like I'm using specifically Japanese dialogue, and I feel like it helps a little bit with the intellect because Japanese is one of the hardest languages to learn.
Do you know Japanese? Like, do you understand what you'd be singing and things like that?
So I'm still learning, which is why it's taking us a while to construct the album. But Japanese is one of the hardest languages to learn. And that goes with speaking and writing. Because in writing, there's katakana, there is hiragana, and something else. But I can't remember. But katakana and hiragana are two of the dialect that they use in their writing. So I'm still learning how to write. But when I was approached to do this album. At first, I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate. Like, I feel like it's not gonna go very well. But she talked me into it, and sometimes like she will teach me Japanese like in a call. But like I think the biggest thing for me, I can introduce myself, but that's about it.
Okay.
Like
so something you're in the process of learning. And are you taking any courses or just like learning from the different medias?
Through my employer, I get Rosetta Stone. Because I want to eventually move up in my position at my job and become a translator.
Yeah.
And I know.
Are you using that? Are you doing the Rosetta Stone for Japanese?
Yep.
Nice.
I do it for Japanese and Korean. But when I started learning Japanese, like my friend had to tell me, whatever you do when you introduce yourself, don't use konnichiwa, because that's not the respectful way to introduce yourself.
Okay.
And
do you want to do it? Do you want to say your introduction in Japanese?
Okay. You've convinced me.
All right.
I know it's Ohayo gozaimasu, Keegan desu ka? I know Ohayo gozaimasu, Keegan desu ka? Oishii desu. Oishii desu. I don't know what comes after that, but I know it's Ohayo gozaimasu, KeeganDotExe. So basically that's hello, my name is Keegan. And when we construct this album, the producer that is doing it, he is currently in the process of making us social media pages, and they will be bilingual. So we'll have posts that are in English and posts that are not in English, because our goal is to get people from, I don't want to say both sides, but people from both
parts
of the world.
Right.
Because you know how popular K-pop is, and like that's our goal.
Right.
And I've been into like J-pop and Japanese culture since I was really, really young. Like my parents could tell you that they had to listen to Japanese music 24/7 when I was around. And like my dad bought me a stereo, and all of a sudden I'd be upstairs and you just hear it thumping, just and they're just singing. And I think like I watch J-drama as well, like Japanese drama. Like the English, like in Western culture, you see Days of Our Lives, like the soap operas and stuff.
Sure.
I watched that, but the Japanese versions instead, because they're a lot more dramatic.
Okay.
And I think watching and hearing things helps with the language learning.
Yeah. Are they subtitled then, so you can see the English translation underneath?
Yeah, and like a lot of time, like you will often hear me say "Ohayo gozaimasu," like every time you talk to me. If it's not in English, I'll be like "Ohayo gozaimasu, Keegan desu ka?" And I think that has really helped shape who I am, and I really that I enjoy it very, very much. And I think it's like a therapy kind of, because like right now, like obviously mental health is extremely important. So please take your mental health seriously, because it's really, really important to take care of yourself. Recently I haven't been doing that, I will admit, but if you struggle with mental health, you just find what you enjoy and keep at it. Because I don't think I mentioned this, but I'm a haunted house actor, and I've been doing it for 14 years.
Oh, nice.
And I think that's what really pushed me to kind of express myself and think outside the box a little more, because I do have a character, and her name's Phoenix Calloway, and she is a burn victim. And I incorporated my disability into the storyline. And so people think that I'm acting,
Right.
but I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
It's all real. It's a real thing. And
Right.
I think when I became a haunted house actor, I really just told myself that this is definitely for me, and I've continued to do it, and I plan on going back to it this year. I had to take a year off due to some health concerns. But I love scaring people. I love making people shit their pants. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. But I can send you a picture of my character on Discord so you can show it if you want.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll put it up there. We'll get that character
Absolutely.
up there.
And then while I'm doing that, do your thing.
Right. So if you guys have questions, be sure to drop those in chat. I had something else I was going to say too. Oh, about the haunted house thing. Do you have a good haunted house story? I got a couple. I'll do one of mine, like a really short one, and then I'll let you tell your good haunted house story. But me and my buddies were doing a haunted house, going through as people going through this haunted barn, and it wasn't even really too scary. But my friend found one of the doors that they used for the actors to get around in. And he opened up the door on accident because it was like a completely black room, and he scared the crap out of the haunted house guy and himself. So they both go like like right in each other's faces because they weren't expecting it. It was pretty funny.
Oh my god, that's actually oh my god, that's so fucking funny, bro. Okay, I'm sending you the picture now.
Never forget the Goofy. Oh yeah, the Goofy. Never forget.
That's basically what I make people do. Okay, I sent you the picture.
Do the Goofy. That's right. That's so funny. All right. So if you want to tell your story, I'll get this going on here.
Oh
my gosh, that is fantastic. I'm going to share this with you guys here in a minute.
So the story behind my character Phoenix Calloway is that she was born in the year of 1987, where she moved to a new town, went to a new school, and she was bullied a lot. And basically kind of like how I was. But keep in mind, this story is not based on me. I swear to God, the story is not based on me. But she is a burn victim. She was bullied a lot in school. And finally, she had just had enough, and she snapped. And so when 12th grade came around, during graduation, she locked everybody in the gymnasium, which is like the gym. She locked everybody in the gym, and she poured gasoline all over the floor, all over everybody, and set the building on fire and escaped. And that's where like the half-face burn comes from, is during her escape, she burned herself. And she escaped, and she went to the haunted house that I'm currently at now. And that's where she raises hell. And her motto is, let them burn, raise all hell. Let them burn, raise all hell. And when you hear that, it's me. And I have a lot of people that specifically come for me.
Right.
Like awesome. It's so insane. I think, and the thing about it is my makeup is all freehand. It's all freehand. Okay. I do it all myself. Wow. I didn't use a YouTube video. I didn't use a YouTube video. I didn't use a tutorial. I winged it, and I did it all myself. And basically, like ever since then, like my character is obviously getting a whole revamp, and I'm getting a pair of boots, and the boots jingle when I walk. So if I could easily go up behind someone and scare them. I have a couple haunted house stories if you'd like to hear them.
Yeah, sure.
Because my character,
we'll just leave this up for now, I guess.
My character, she started out in something called the front room, which it had a big giant eyeball that moved that I could control. And basically, as the guests would come through, I would tell my storyline, and basically I would cry and I'd be like, why wouldn't you listen to me? Why didn't you listen to me? Why did you let them do this to me? And like basically just kind of like cry to them in like a sense. And there was one time that I was like just standing there, and my character started crying, and the crying was so realistic they thought I was serious. And so someone came up to touch my shoulder, and all of a sudden I jumped back and I said, "Don't touch me!" And they flew. When I say they flew. Right. And there was, I don't know, do you guys, okay, I have to ask y'all, do y'all know who the Green Bay Packers are?
I mean, most of these people probably do, yeah.
I scared them.
You scared the Green Bay Packers?
I scared the Green Bay Packers. They came, they booked out the haunted house. They booked out the whole haunted house on a Monday night. And so all the actors like showed up, and at the time Aaron Rodgers was still on the team, and I think at the time he was still dating Danica Patrick, so they both came. And all of a sudden I got like 3 separate scares on Aaron Rodgers, because there was one where I was in the front room and there's this like collapsible door that like you can tell when someone's coming, and then you drop the door and it makes a really loud sound. And basically I was like, I literally looked at Aaron and I just like, I stared at him, and I stared at him really intently, and I was like, and Aaron was looking at me. Aaron was looking at me and I was looking at him, and I slowly kind of just inched my way out of that like little nook that I was in. And I walked towards him really slowly, and he started backing up. And I was just staring at him intently. And basically very lowly, very, very lowly, I was like, why did you let them do this to me? How could you let them do this to me? I will raise hell and I'll make you regret it. And like, basically he was like fucking scared out of his mind. He was fucking scared out of his mind. Like his Corey.
He says, I don't need a haunted house for Keegan to scare me.
I'm very good at scaring people, whether I'm in haunt makeup or not. But like, that was the first scare for Aaron. And then like, I actually pushed him kind of towards the breakaway door. So then he got a separate scare from somebody else. And cause like we had these doors where if you hold them like this and you could swing them open. And so I got that scare, and then I moved to a completely different area. I think I was in the woods this time, and I was in a tree. And basically I was in a tree, and all of a sudden I saw Aaron again, and I slowly like inched myself forward, and then my legs were hooked on like the tree branch. And so basically what I did is I flew backwards like this, and so I was hanging from the tree.
Oh boy.
And I just said peekaboo, and basically I just kind of said I was like this isn't the last time you're gonna see me, like and the next time I scared him, I think I was in the boiler room where there's just like a bunch of flashing strobe lights, and there's like a boiler, like a fake boiler, and basically I got him in there too, and I basically had him cornered. And he literally slid down the wall. Like slowly slid down the wall because I had him completely cornered, and I just looked down at him, and I was like, "Give up yet?" I told him I was I was like, I told you I was gonna make you regret it, and here's my chance because I've got you in my grasp now. And basically, 2 other people who were like also part of my act. There was one person who grabbed me like this, and like so basically, in the scene, I had escaped to the room I was supposed to be in. And so they grabbed me like this, and they're like, she got out, like, get her back in there, get her back in there. And basically I had to pretend to fight him off. And we had like these fake blood bags, and he had one under his shirt. And I grabbed my fake knife, and I went like this, and I punctured the bag, and I made it look like I stabbed him. And all of a sudden, my character just went clearly insane and just started looking at Aaron with wide eyes and hysterically laughing with the knife in my hand, dripping fake blood.
That's so cool.
Like, I take my acting very seriously.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
And like, I've worked at a couple different haunted houses where you had to sign a contract and sign a waiver for us. Like, that's for us to touch you.
Right.
And like, I've worked at a couple where they had to do that, and I was allowed to touch them. I was allowed to corner them. I was allowed to do whatever I wanted because they signed the contract. And there was one time I left someone in a closet for 45 minutes.
Whoa!
They were banging on the door. They're like, "Let me out, let me out." I was like, "No."
Oh my goodness, that's incredible. That's
like if y'all knew.
I mean, they signed the thing, but I couldn't imagine being locked in a haunted house for 45 minutes like this.
And then, like, I know at some haunted houses too, like some of the ones that I've been to, we'd have like a blackout night where you would go in the haunted house in the dark, and all you would have for light is a glow stick.
Yeah.
And we had the right to take the glow stick from you. And I did that to a lot of people. Me and Keegan scare each other. This is facts because Audrey is also a haunted house actor. Although I've been in the industry a little bit longer, but our characters are best friends. It's like in the storyline that we're best friends from different realms. And so back to the blackout night, you would have a green glow stick, and that's how you would get around the haunt. And we would have the right to snatch it from you, but we could only snatch it for a certain amount of time. And so basically what I would do is I would snatch it from them, and then I would put it close to my face so you could only see my eyes. And I would be like, you're too slow, na 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 boo boo, and then I would run away with it. Like, literally, dude, I take it so seriously. Like, I could talk about this all day.
That's so much fun. That's kind of makes it more immersive for the people walking through there, and really give them the goofy.
Exactly. And we've also had sorry.
Oh, no problem. Real quick, if you guys don't know the Goofy, it's when you got to go to the bathroom really bad and you're driving down the road. It was from last week's podcast, so you guys will have to check that out. Sorry.
Man, I hope Goofy's okay though.
I do too. You know, I was just thinking about that. I want to send out prayers for Goofy and his family, and hopefully everything's okay with him.
I hope so too. Like, I was, you know, like, granted, like he's not able to be at this one, but I'll be back. I definitely guarantee it. And but like when I have other characters. Like, I have little side characters for when I don't want to be too like violent. Yeah. Like, I have a character, and I don't know if you guys have heard. Have you guys heard of not The Shining, but The Grudge?
I don't know The Grudge. I know The Shining, but not The Grudge. I
think it's The Grudge. But basically one of my characters, they have like, it's kind of like a little girl character, and like my voice would have to go up, like I have to go all the way up here. Like I basically have to go all the way up there. And when there was one time during a blackout night, I was that character, and we had these little like transparent tubes, like this transparent tubing, like it went behind my shoulders and behind my back, and it went on my eye sockets, kind of like not my eye sockets, but like the under of your eye.
Right.
And
so it looked like you got liquid or
yeah,
tears or whatever.
And basically, what I did was I would run around the haunted house asking if people wanted to play hide and seek with me, and when they would say no, I would start crying blood.
Oh.
And like or like there was one that I would tell them that mommy's trying to kill me or mommy's trying to find me, like stuff like that. And there was one time that I actually did it, and I did the crying bit, and it was a really tall 6-foot dude, like 6 feet tall, big buff guy. And like the dude, like the dude looked like he couldn't be scared of shit, but he was scared shitless. And I asked him, I ran up to him, and I have like things to help my feet so I don't get like stuff stuck in them, but it sounds like I'm barefooted. And so I ran up to him and I asked him if he wanted to play hide and seek with me, and he goes, oh, not today. And I immediately started crying. And then next thing you know, like she has someone called the Protector, and the dude that plays the Protector is 6'4".
Okay.
And so when he said no, he slowly inched up behind me, and basically he gritted his teeth and he's like, she wants to play hide and seek. Like basically like
right, and you're 5 foot tall, so this guy is like towering over you.
Towering over me. And then like it's like a whole thing, like he's like supposed to be like the Protector, her big brother, the Protector. And he'd be like, she wants to play hide and seek, or why would you make her cry like that? And like basically people would literally poop their pants. And there was one time I scared, oh my god, this is okay. Is this an 18+ stream? Because what I'm about to say is,
it's adults, and I mean it just can't be really off the hinge, so most adult stuff is allowed.
I scared somebody so bad. I scared somebody so bad that he did something in his pants that is forbidden. It's not poop and it's not pee, but he did something else. Man. Right. But he did something else in his pants and got it all over the floor.
What? That's crazy. That is just messed up.
I was like, I looked at him and like, just to be funny, I was like, clean up on aisle 4. Like, someone did it again. Right. Are you sure he was scared? I honestly,
might have been excited. Like,
he might have been crazy. A little too excited, TBH.
Yeah.
But basically, I was like, clean up on aisle 4. He did it again. Like, and then like a couple of like the leads are coming to running towards him, and one of them is like a super creepy clown. And he's got like one of those like whatchamacallit, the horns or whatever. And he was just like, we were bullying him so bad, and we were laughing at him. And all of a sudden, we were like, ha ha ha, you did a thing in your pants, ha ha ha, and he was so embarrassed.
Oh my gosh, that's
So,
hilarious.
long story short,
Yeah.
don't get too excited.
Right. You'll get made fun of. They'll troll you the whole rest of the
We'll
haunted
troll
house.
you the whole time. The whole
That's
time you will get
hilarious.
trolled. And where's Troll Dream when we need him?
Yeah.
like like it's like crazy how acting, like how far I've gone in
Yeah.
acting.
Now the realistic thing, if you don't mind, I'll tell my another story I've got from the haunted house. I wasn't actually at this one, but it's one my friend told me, and I have to continue his story. But he worked at one of those haunted hay rides.
Mm-hmm.
So he was one of the actors out on the side, when he's supposed to run up to the hay ride while they're going along, and they've got a tractor, like an actual tractor pulling a hay wagon, and all the people sit on the hay wagon, So you got people that can come up to the side and different things that happen in this hay ride. And he was one of the guys that's supposed to pop out and scare him with I don't know if he had like a knife or something like that, but just had the Halloween makeup on. Well, he ran up to the wagon and he slid because the grass was wet, and the wagon ran over his leg, and he literally broke his leg there. And he was yelling and screaming at the wagon, and they thought it was part of the act. They just kept driving on, but he scared the crap out of everybody. But he was there with a broken leg, walking after the wagon like, "Hey, come back here!" Hey, just yelling. And it's just so messed up because they thought it was real. They thought it was fake. They thought it was part of the act. And my man was left out there till the next wagon came by. I feel really, really bad for him, but gosh.
Yeah, and as an actor, we have a specific thing that we call out, which is El Camino. And if we are hurt, if someone
like
else is hurt,
type thing.
If we are hurt, if someone else is hurt, or if someone's making someone else uncomfortable, if someone's touching an actor inappropriately or anything like that, we yell El Camino, and the rest of we'll stop acting and we'll go to wherever we hear it. And that's like a safe word that we have. And I've had to yell it a couple times because as an actor, let alone a female, I've been inappropriately touched. And because people that come in, they'll be drunk, or they won't know what they're doing, and they'll touch you inappropriately, and all of a sudden remember that 6'2" dude I was telling you about?
Yeah.
Even outside of acting, he protects me. If anybody screws with me, it is over. And
100%.
But as an actor, I think it really helped with learning my niche. And I know a couple times that it has happened to me, and I've had to yell El Camino a couple times, and usually there's a sign. When you walk in, there's a sign. It says hidden actor, go to jail.
Right. I mean, this is what Corey said earlier, is if I was touched, someone would get punched in the throat.
Oh,
and some people are like that, and they warn you about that when you first go into those things. But like the fight or flight, some people will be scared and run, some people will fight.
Well, and I've actually been hit from a scare before. I used to be a slider character, which is I had these knee pads on, and I had gloves on and knee pads on, and I was sliding against the concrete, and I went in and I scared someone at their feet.
Yeah.
You could probably tell where this is going.
Right.
But I scared someone at their feet, and they kicked me in the face.
Oh.
And I had a huge bruise that was just all the way down here.
Yeah.
And of course, I ended up having to file a police report because obviously they kicked me. And they asked me if I wanted to press charges. I think I said no because they were probably scared and it was probably their fight or flight. But I had this big bruise, it was there for months. That's how bad it was. I ended up having to go to the hospital because right here by my waterline, by my cheekbone, right here, it was broken. And
they broke it. Oh my goodness!
It broke. The dude was wearing steel-toed boots.
Ooh.
Which you can always tell when someone's wearing steel toes or regular boots.
Yeah.
he was wearing steel toes, and I got kicked in the face like really, really hard, and it was to the point where my eye was bleeding, like a blood vessel popped in my eye, and I ended up having to go to the hospital.
Damn.
But like over at Audrey's haunted house, they have walkie-talkies. But regular actors, they don't have those. It's only management that has them.
Gotcha.
And so of course I had to yell El Camino because like right here was bleeding, all the way down here was bleeding, my lip was bleeding, like I was bleeding all over. And so like obviously an ambulance had to come and take me to the hospital because it was obviously my face.
You're working too, so I mean that's the responsibility of the people running it. They have to get you checked out, like
100%. Exactly, and it's like
they have insurance and things like that too.
The haunted house I was working at the time, I got paid to be there, so I got paid to act for them, and they ended up compensating me for the injury, which was really nice because the bill was hefty. That bill was hefty because they had to they had to check on my face. They had to do an X-ray like of right here, and it was like right here was just shattered. Like it was shattered. Like it was like I could only talk from like this side of my mouth. Like it was just shattered, and so I think
of a video I had seen.
Yeah, so
there's this camping, like it was a prank thing where all these people were out in the forest, like upstate New York in the woods, and all these city people from like New York City, and they decided that the guy running the camp thing was going to tell them about Bigfoot in the area, and and as he's walking along this thing and this guided tour or whatever, he's pointing out like Bigfoot signs. He's like, oh, there's some like Bigfoot here, and oh, this looks just like Bigfoot, and like hyping up this whole Bigfoot in the woods thing. And while they're all sitting down having lunch, they had this actor come out in a Bigfoot costume and scare him. And like everybody ran away except for one guy. One guy just bull rushed the Bigfoot, tackled him, and started just beating him in the face. It was like, that was just nutty. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. Some things that people do, and you don't think of other people getting violent in it, but the haunted house, you expect people to get scared, and they shouldn't do that. But.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But like being in the industry, it's very, very hard to avoid. But it's always good to have like safety protocol, and and obviously if you see someone's hurt, help them, like break character and help them. And so like it's just crazy because I've been hurt multiple times in this industry, but I wouldn't trade it for a thing because it's so much fun.
Right.
And and then I started voice acting, and I think doing that alone like helped kind of boost my confidence with acting in itself. But like I said in the beginning, I struggled to find who I was, to find my niche, to find what I wanted to do. And then when I did, my biggest fear was always being told I couldn't do it. And here I am 14 years later, still doing it.
Yeah. And turning it into an income, and potentially a huge one, hopefully.
Because my biggest goal, Bang Zoom Studios, if you're watching this, sign me up, because you're my dream industry right there. Yeah. Like my favorite voice actor, Zach Aguilar, the one that I met, he's under Bang Zoom, and I've looked up to Bang Zoom for years. They helped him get his role as Genos, which was his first like really, really big role. And I would want nothing more than to be signed under them and make content for them. And all I want in the world is I want the world to be happy. And I might get sappy for a second here, but I want people to know that no matter what you do in life, what you choose to do, whether it's writing, acting, being like a race car driver, streaming, whatever the case may be, literally don't stop doing it. And I want people to know that if you strive for your dreams, something will come out of it. And you just have to push, and you have to push hard. It's
100%.
and it's like you can't give up. Like you can't give up because if you give up, what's the point? What's the point?
I mean, follow it to either fruition where, you've achieved it, or, utter failure. I mean, you can still keep going with utter failure, but one thing that it is, if you know that you haven't given up or you haven't, quit, you're a better person for it no matter what. So whatever happens in the outcome in the end, 100%, you have to go for it. And that's kind of what I'm doing here with podcasting and streaming and things like that.
And like, as you should,
Mm-hmm.
like, literally, who knows? Like, this podcast could take off.
Right.
You just gotta, even if the audience is small, even if the audience is big, no matter the audience, bro, there is always a place for you.
Mm-hmm.
And all I want to do in life is entertain and inspire. That's what I do, is I entertain and inspire. And I want people to know that just because I'm disabled doesn't mean that I can be like any other able-bodied person, even if I use mobility aids or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing what I want, and I'm going to keep doing it, whether y'all like it or not. Because like I want you personally, know, I want you to know you're doing great.
Well, thank you.
You're doing great.
Appreciate you.
And I don't know if anybody's told you this, but I am very, very proud of you and everything that you've accomplished with streaming, with the podcast, with everything that you have done, and the fact that you have, like, you will not give up and you keep doing what you do. Keep doing that, because if you give up, what else do you have to strive for?
I mean, how many more banger intros can I make too?
Literally, how many more banger fucking intros can you make?
Right.
Like, literally, like, I met literally when I was introduced to Corey. Sorry, Corey, I'm going to talk about you for a second.
Oh.
Because he told me to not to.
Yeah, and you've been doing great and haven't.
And I'm going to talk about him for a second because he plays into this reason.
Okay.
So my friend Salad, who I'm like really close with in real life, introduced me to Corey, and when I started watching Corey, like, at first I wasn't tuning in to just streams all that often, but then I started coming there more and more because he's inspired me in a lot of ways. And he knows a lot about my personal life and all my struggles that I faced. And I don't know where I'd be in life without Corey, because I feel like without Corey and his courage and the things that he does, I don't think that I would have moved forward in a lot of things that I did. But watching Corey and watching his determination inspired me to do what I want to do. And the reason why I call Corey my dad is because he basically took me under his wing, because I don't have a lot of family. And this ties into another thing that I'm about to say. Sorry, I'm like rambling.
No, that's okay. This is your podcast. So wherever your story goes, we'll follow it.
But I call Corey my dad because he's taken me under his wing. And has helped me get through some really, really, really tough stuff that I've gone through. And without his community, like, loving me with open arms and becoming my friends and becoming close friends and new friends, I'm open for friends all the time, as long as you're not a piece of shit. But like, if it wasn't for Corey, I wouldn't be friends with about half the people that I'm friends with now. And I forever will appreciate Corey and everything he does. And, I became friends with Trash. I became friends with Maddie. I became friends with Bambi. I became friends with a lot of people because of him. And I wouldn't have it any other way, because, again, I don't really have family. So Corey's community is my family.
Right.
Like they are my family. They are my home. They are people that I go to when I need someone to lean on. And like every member of his community has been so nice to me, and I would not have it any other way. If I never met Corey, I don't know where I'd be in my life right now, because he's in our community, buddy.
Yeah.
He's in our community.
100%.
Okay, well, I guess we're sharing. But
I mean, that's a part of it too, is those communities and getting to know them all. I mean, they're all great people, and they're all great people to get to know. So
like
sharing communities is a good way to kind of,
I've vented to Corey about some really deep stuff, and he has sat there and he's listened to me. And that's all I've ever wanted from someone, is just to listen to me. Yep. And like, I don't want to go in too deep, because this is gonna end up being a therapy session. But like but if it wasn't for Corey, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now. And Corey has the biggest heart in the world, and I wouldn't trade anything for Corey. Like, if someone gave me $1 million and for Corey to disappear,
right,
I would not take.
I mean, infinite dollars is
like, anybody could give me infinite dollars,
right?
And
not worth it.
And I wouldn't take the money. Biggest heart and ass. See, Trash gets it. Trash gets it.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Trash gets it. But Corey tends to ground me when I say some like dangerously phallic things. Like, he said I would disappear. No,
this guy.
This guy. No.
He says I would disappear for you so you could have the money,
bro. If you would disappear, and then
he'd poof with someone else, he'd be like,
if you disappeared, I'd disappear with you.
His name backwards or something.
Like I don't know, Corey and like his loving community mean the world to me, and I don't think I would have it any other way. And that's like another thing, is when you become a Twitch streamer, you meet other communities and you become friends with them, and you connect with them. You connect with them in their communities, and their communities connect with you. Thank you for the snake aids, Trash. I really appreciate it. But like, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, literally, Corey is legit like my dad. And it's because he's done so much for me and has taken me under his wing and has cared about me. And sometimes he gets worried about me, and there will be times where he'll just DM me like, how you doing? And like, that's really important to me too. And streaming is a blessing to meet people, like Corey said. And I don't think if Salad and I were not in that one Discord call that night where he pulled up, he was showing his screen and he had Corey's stream up. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go check this guy out because he seems kind of cool. Yeah. And so I did. And I originally met him through Salad. And then I think my most talked to people is Maddie Daddy and Corey. Like, Trash just sends me Lethal Company clips, but I love them either way. But like,
just so you guys know too, that might be listening or not seeing, Trash is the screen name. It's LMAO. Laugh my ass off. I'm so trash. So she's not just calling someone trash out of the blue. That's it.
No. I don't use his legal name on the internet.
Oh yeah.
But like, But Trash just sends me Lethal Company clips, and I just I laugh at them. I think they're funny, and then he'll send me stuff on TikTok, and so it's just the little things. The little things make me happy, especially as an autistic person who has a really, really hard time communicating with people.
Well, it's the little things that are important, because those are overlooked a lot of times, and the most appreciated.
Well, and like, Trash has learned I can't read social cues, so when he says something to me, he has to put that he's either joking or he's serious. And because otherwise I am not calling you by your legal name on the internet. Shut up. But I am not going to pull out the government name.
Right.
But I don't know, like Corey and Maddie and Trash, like those three people besides Verhovic, which is like another streamer who I know that I think you've played Rocket League with them before.
Yeah.
Verhovic.
And all of you guys got to get on the podcast.
Oh, yes. Like, definitely. All you guys have to get on the pod.
January decked out, but every Wednesday in February is open still.
Would you like to put me on there for the first week of February?
You want to be on again?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, please.
All right. Yeah, we can do another follow-up one and get you back on. We don't have a queue yet, so just hit apply again.
And like, but like, here's the thing. Like, if you ever been in my chat, this is gonna be great. If you've ever been in my chat, and if you ever come in my chat, that's what she said. If you ever come in my,
I didn't know we'd get one of those jokes in there.
I thought it ties into it.
I couldn't say it. I'm glad you did.
It ties into it. But if you ever come into my chat, know this. I am not family friendly at all. I don't have a filter at all. And I have a forbidden point redeem that Trash mentioned, and it's called Ara Ara. And Ara Ara means oh my in Japanese, which is supposed to be deemed as sexual. And I have it really high in points for a reason, because when I first started out, it was only like 2,000 points, and then people started redeeming it a lot, like back to back. You've redeemed it before, not even knowing what the fuck it is.
What's this? This is redeem. All right.
But I think Corey heard me do it one time, and then he's like, "You're grounded." I'm like, "Fuck, guys, my dad grounded me. I gotta go."
Right.
But my chat is very 18 plus, 21 plus at that.
Right.
So if you're not old enough, do not come to my streams. I cannot stress that enough. Do not come to my streams if you are younger than 18 years old. And I was in big trouble. Like Corey grounded me right on stream. I told him plug your ears, and he goes, "I lied. You're grounded." I'm like, fuck. But I don't know. Like I feel like now that I've streamed more often, I am a lot more comfortable with it, especially as an autistic person. Like, it's really hard, but I feel like I'm more comfortable with it now that I've done it more.
What made it difficult with the autism and things like that?
The biggest thing that made it super difficult was people making fun of me.
They'd make fun of you on stream, like in chat and stuff?
Oh, when I first started out, I was getting hate after hate after hate. It was to the point where I literally cried on stream because I was so hurt by it that I was crying on stream. Now I'm good at pushing that away.
Right. Deflecting it. I mean,
deflecting it. And I mean, my mods do a phenomenal job with filtering that out. And they do it to protect me.
Right.
Because like autistic people can be really sensitive. And they do it to protect me. And basically, I told myself that those people don't matter. They're doing it because there's something wrong with them. And they're having a bad day, so they're going to type on a keyboard and say some really mean shit to you.
Right.
And I just kind of kept telling myself, they don't matter. Don't listen to them. They don't matter. And even like my partner, my boyfriend has even had to tell me, like, you are doing what you want to do. Keep doing it. Ignore those people. They don't matter. You know, because
Right.
like my boyfriend is super, super supportive in the things that I do.
Mhm.
And he consistently will tell me, you know, everything will be fine. Don't listen to those people because they're just there to ruin your day.
Right.
And a lot of, like, especially I would go live on TikTok sometimes. TikTok is
Mhm.
brutal.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I haven't really done it myself, but
TikTok is brutal. Like, I've been told some really, really sensitive stuff.
yeah.
That I should do the forbidden thing. I don't know if you
Mm.
catch my drift on that one.
Right.
Where I should do the forbidden thing because, you know, nobody likes me,
Oh my
or I'm
goodness.
ugly, or I'm
Yeah.
fat, or I'm this,
It's
or I'm
horrible.
that. And so if you're gonna go live on TikTok, be prepared for people to be bold as fuck. Because
Right.
TikTok doesn't really have a big filter.
Right. And the thing is too is people don't have any repercussions for their actions. You know, it's not like they're face to face with you and you know, you can do anything about it really. So that, you know, they stand behind the anonymity of being online. And it's unfortunate that people get so bold. And I think a
Yeah.
lot of people do it out of their own character just because they can, you know, and it's
Mhm.
kind of sad in a way because a lot of people
Yeah,
are
most definitely. Like,
learning to get bad social behaviors and
but like, I want to stream more. I really want to
Mhm.
stream more. I want to branch out from Twitch too. Like, I want to stream more on TikTok. But TikTok is so fucking brutal that
Yeah.
I get really, really, really scared that someone's gonna say something and it's gonna drive me over the edge because people are
Right.
really, really, really
Right.
bold.
Yeah. My brother used to stream on TikTok and he doesn't anymore because of that. He's learning disabled and, you know, different things like that. So it's kind of rough. I haven't really seen him or watched him on there, but I know that he used to and he doesn't anymore. But he'll do some stuff on YouTube and things like that. But
Or like
not
people will
not the
comment.
TikTok.
Yeah, like, or people will comment on my videos like, I hate this, take this down. Like,
Hmm.
like stuff like that. And like, literally, like, to the comments, people get really pissed off when I do this, but I'll say no in
Hmm.
lowercase letters with a heart. And they get really pissed off.
Yeah.
And like, or I'll be like, how was your 5 seconds of fame?
Hmm.
How you feel? How you feeling?
Right.
You feeling pretty good?
Mhm.
You feeling good? Because,
Right.
you know, if you're gonna sit behind a freaking keyboard and belittle people, let alone a female, because, you know, my family was raised, you never disrespect a female.
Right.
But like kids nowadays, they are so fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And like, niceness seems to go under their skin. Exactly. Like, niceness does go under their skin, and it kind of goes out the window. But
I mean,
like,
sometimes it does, but a lot of
but
times I've had people come in. Go ahead.
but on TikTok, when people gift me, I
Hmm.
don't pocket any of the money. When people gift me, I gift other people.
Oh, nice.
Cause like, if you're on TikTok and you get gifts, you get actual money
Okay.
from it. And so
Yeah.
I don't pocket that money. I give it back to
Right.
other creators, especially because
Right.
I'm friends with I'm friends with a TikToker, and they're twins, and their
Mhm.
names are the ten Bush twins, and one of them has cerebral palsy like I do, but he's
Mhm.
got it in, I think, his left side, and every time he goes live, um every time he goes live, I will gift him, and I will literally use all the money that I get from a TikTok live, and I'll give back to the communities. And I've met a lot of friends through TikTok as well. So really, networking on social media will really help you boost your chances of building a community,
Right.
because, you know, you're networking with another streamer whose community is like yours, and then, you know, their community is communicating with your community and they become friends. I love when people come into my chat and they start becoming friends, or they're already friends and they're both there
Mhm.
to support me. Like,
yeah. And what's great with the community like that too is you get those people that come in and they're negative, and you've got the community that has your back.
exactly.
A lot of times when people come in and they're angry with me, it's usually I played a game and beat them or something on Rocket League or whatever it might be, and they'll come in being toxic. And I'll say, hey, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you being here for a viewer. We don't need that kind of language or something. And if they continue to be rude, I'm like, well, we've got something here called a ban. We can block you. If you want to.
Well, yeah, usually.
Sorry for how you're acting, but. We'll, ban the really bad people. But I've had a lot of people come in and just being nice to them, thanking them for coming in and things like that. Even when they're being mean, they'll turn around and, who knows, they might be a good person underneath.
Right, exactly. And I think when I started becoming friends with, Corey's community, I think it really opened up not only my heart, because I have a lot of my boundaries are very high. Because of my disabilities and being taken advantage of. And I think when I became friends with Corey's community, I found my home. I found my home. I found my family. I found my home. Like, his community is my home. Whenever he goes live, I get excited as fuck because that means I get to see my family.
That's awesome.
Or like when Corey would be like, "How's your day, Keegan?" "My day is not that great." "Okay, let's talk about it." Or it's like, he'll let me basically trauma dump right in his fucking chat. But like, it's really, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Corey, Trash, Maddie Daddy Bambi, everyone else that I've met through Corey's community, like, that's my family. Like, I don't have actual family. That's my family. And I mean, I even consider you family, Gnome. Like, because like I'm always seeing you live, and I'm like, oh, right. Gnome's live, let's go. Yeah. And like Gnome's supporting me. I'm supporting Gnome.
That's right.
Like, it's like, have you ever noticed that Trash does not take anything seriously, even in the most tender moments?
Right. She still won't. I don't know what the dots are, but something got blocked there, probably. Beat a whale to death with her bare hands for me.
Okay.
She still won't beat a whale to death with her bare hands. That's fine.
There's a... Okay, so I have to be like a little bit family friendly with this because there's a story behind it. Pope, don't make me cry, you son of a bitch. But like, I love you too, Pope. But there's a story behind the fucking whale thing.
Yeah.
So Trash doesn't play Fortnite often, but I mean, he does sometimes.
Can we maybe pause for just a couple minutes?
Sure.
Okay, and come back and get the story about Trash. I have to use the restroom and feed my kitties.
Pause, y'all.
Pause, y'all.
Pause,
y'all. Get up, get a drink, take a stretch, go for a jog, run around the house.
Stretch break.
Give someone a hug. Stretch break. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Probably
give someone a hug. As if a hug lasts 2 minutes.
Right, a 2-minute hug. Corey's gonna twerk. He's just gonna twerk back there. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
He's gonna throw back. He's gonna throw one. He's gonna throw one back for the boys.
That's right.
All right, you guys get to deal with me. How y'all doing? How's my chat? How's my bestie Westies? How's my fam bam? How y'all doing? Keegan, fill the void. Can I do the R thing while he's not here? I feel like if I did it though, Corey would ground me. Trash, what the fuck is that? Ada. Don't tell no.
So I still have to feed the cats, but I got my wireless headset on. I'm in the bathroom, and I hear.
That's why I said don't tell no, because he's gonna know anyway. That's funny as hell. Corey said, Jesus. Oh my god. That was funny as hell. That was funny as fuck. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Are you guys doing okay? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's up? What's good? I'm tired as fuck, bro. Yeah. That's a mood right there.
All right. I feel like Forrest Gump. I must have had about 16 or 17 Dr. Peppers.
Bro. Been here the whole... Oh, Corey, you're gonna make me cry, you asshat. Don't do that. I'll actually cry. There's a... Oh my god. Do I dare show you one of the fucking clips that Trash got of me playing Fortnite? How he actually made me cry?
I mean, if you want.
Do I dare?
We were going to go for a story, too, that I think you were going to tell about Trash.
Yeah, I will. I will after this. Give me a sec.
Okay. Sure thing.
Let me find the... Oh my god, I'm going to choke and die.
The clip ends up being funny. All right.
The clip does end up being funny. Okay, I sent it to you.
All right.
It's labeled "Who Let the Dogs Out."
All right. Let me get this up here. Full screen this, and we should have audio. Wait a minute. Did I lose the stream?
No.
Okay. I lost the web browser for it. Where did it go? Oh, okay. That's why it opened it up in the same window. Oh. That's no good. I just dragged my whole streaming browser over to the other side.
I'm so
technology
proud of you.
fail.
I'm so proud of you. Epic streamer moment. Let's go.
That's right. And I made it full screen and everything, and I couldn't.
Oh my god, that's fucking cool. This clip is so fucking unnecessarily funny. It pisses me off.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Shared audio with it as well. Let's get this. Actually, I gotta get this up here. And let's do it like that. You guys ready? We're ready.
Trash, you made Keegan cry! Are you actually crying, Keegan? Oh my god!
I'm gonna let my dog out real quick, y'all.
Oh, let my dog out.
Trash, you made Keegan cry! Are you actually crying, Keegan?
I gotta hear it again.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna let my dog out real quick, y'all.
Oh, let my dog out.
Oh. That's too funny.
Oh, that fucking clip. Oh my god. Dude, Trash gets the best fucking clips, dude. I'm not even lying to you. They're so fucking stupid, but they're so
That's
fucking
hilarious.
funny. And right now, Trash has a tendency to send me videos of like there's a meme that's like going around right now, like where it's Toothless dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And while you were gone, he told me to check Discord, so I did, and he fucking sent me a 3-hour video of Toothless dancing. And he's at hour, I think he's at hour 3 and 34 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, what was I saying about Trash? I don't remember what I said. But
there was going to be a story, and I don't know.
Oh, okay. So the whole whale debacle.
That's right. Yeah, I was scrolling through chat to see. But, beat a whale with bare hands. Thank you so much, Trash.
Beat a whale. Thank you. Okay, so usually Trash doesn't play Fortnite. He's usually playing Apex, and Peachy made a deal with Trash that if he didn't come play, that that he did if he did come play, that she was going to strangle a whale with her bare hands and put it on OnlyFans. And, and next thing you know, not even like fucking like 30 seconds later, I get a party invite from Trash.
Oh.
And not even like 30 seconds later, I got a fucking party invite. But his Fortnite isn't the same as his Twitch. So I'm always like, is that Fortnite sensation Zessie888 coming to play a game with us right now? Like, and like when Trash first met me and like he started playing games with me, he didn't talk much, but now he just likes to fucking bully me. And which I'm okay with.
Yeah. And you said you know him IRL, right?
That Salad is the one that I know IRL.
Oh, Salad. Okay.
But Trash is like a really close friend to Corey. Speaking of which, I'm putting it on record right now. I am planning to go visit Corey.
Nice.
I am planning to go visit Corey because I think I've told him before. But he's like really close friends with Corey. I think they met up like just recently. So then I was actually the one that like initiated conversation with him, and I think ever since all my clips, now my clips, but like most of my gameplay being chaotic and stupid, he literally comes to almost every stream that I do, and then he will send me fucking clips that he took of my stream, and then also clips that he took from Lethal Company. But like I'm good for Kenny. My friend Kenny is in here. I fucking love Kenny. I met Kenny through Corey. And her and I play Fortnite like as much as we can. Oh, hi Creed. Speaking of Kenny, her partner Creed is also in the chat for some odd and godly fucking reason. But like I've mentioned several times, Corey's community has welcomed me with open arms, and I'm so fucking happy about that because this is my family and this is where I belong. I feel like I belong somewhere.
I feel
as
like
sappy as that sounds.
The Corey's Fat Shack is going to be like on a Google destinations. You know, you look up and see Corey's Fat Shack on the Google Maps down there, having so many people going to visit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like a historical thing.
Right.
Like it's gonna be like one of the most frequently visited places pretty soon. And I think like look at my whole community is here. That's so fucking nuts, bro.
That is awesome.
That's so fucking nuts. My whole community is here. Like I literally thought coming on a podcast there's only gonna be like maybe like 2 people. But no, my whole community showed up for me, and that means a lot. It means a lot to me. Y'all are gonna make me cry in a fat minute. Woo! It's a little hot in here. Isn't it a little hot in here? Or are my eyes just sweating? But
Your
like,
eyes are just sweating.
my eyes are just sweating. It's fine. But like, but I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like ever since I started streaming, like, it has definitely opened my eyes. Oh my fucking god, Trash! I'm gonna strangle you. But I think, streaming has really helped me open up, and that was always something that was really hard for me to do. But it's crazy how much one streamer can change your life. Like, Corey changed my life. I will not deny that. Corey changed my life. He made me realize who the people who really cared about me were.
Mhm.
So I don't like, my biggest piece of advice to anybody is, if you're going to support a streamer, make sure it's someone you just kind of click with. Like how I clicked with Corey. Like, make sure it's someone you click with, because that'll play a big factor in how things pan out for you. And I don't know what I would do without Corey and his whole community. Apparently our community, hypothetically.
Right.
But like, I don't know, like Noam, you're my family. Like, I've even like let Goofy into my family, and I haven't met the dude. I haven't met the dude. I haven't met the dude. And I consider him family because he's in your community, and I consider
That's
you
awesome.
family.
Well, I appreciate that. And
So you better tell Goofy I've said that.
If I will, definitely. I'll make him watch this. I'll be like, you have to watch this podcast before we do another one.
Yeah,
No.
have him watch it, because I'm coming back in February. Mark y'all's can't.
That sounds awesome. Yeah. The and about clicking with the community. If you click with the community where there's Fortnite celebrations that are just amazing, then you'll definitely click with Keegan's community. If you guys.
Oh yeah. Like, Fortnite is like a big thing for me, and for like I didn't start playing Fortnite till like 2 years ago.
I've never played it except for the Legos. I played once, and
why the fuck not?
Oh no, I don't know. I just never.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I've got
Would
it
you
installed.
Like to teach you how to play?
Yeah, maybe we could play some Fortnite sometime. I'll get on one of your streams.
Hell yeah, bro! I would so be down for that. And you know who else has to show up? Corey and Trash and everyone else, because I'm pretty sure every person that watches my streams plays Fortnite. Not as religiously as me, but
right.
But we can boogie down to the shout.
Yeah, boogie down to some James Brown. That's what I'm about. I'll be like, hey, I don't even want to learn the game. Let's just hang out and have our characters bust a move. I had
literally
someone from my community actually gifted me the gnome skin that was on there, so I got a gnome to play in Fortnite.
Oh
I can
my
be branded.
god!
Yeah,
that's gonna be your daily skin. I can already tell. I can already tell. Yeah, definitely. If you ever want to learn how to play Fortnite, I'm more than happy to teach you. Especially on one of your like community nights. I'm more than happy to teach you.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
And silence. Do we have any questions from chat for Keegan?
Yeah, y'all got any questions? Let me answer them. I would like to answer some questions, please.
And let's see. When we'll just do some funny stuff here. Trash says, I met Corey and we touched tips.
Fingertips, of course.
Yeah. That's what Corey said. Fingertips, of course. So if I ever go there, Corey, we're gonna have to touch tips too. It'll be like ET. We'll just like, me and Keegan can touch tips.
Oh yeah, bro. Let's touch tips. Fuck you. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I just touched tips.
we touched bellies, and our tips touched on accident.
Tip touching for everyone, Corey.
Tip touching for everyone, no matter what kind of tip. I'll give you a tip. Don't eat yellow snow.
That's a good tip. That's a great one. Don't accept wooden nickels. That's another one.
Let's see. What's another tip I could give?
For guys out there, don't pee in the wind or uphill.
Another one I could say is don't pee in a bottle and then leave it in your car because you'll probably mistake it for lemonade later.
Oh, has it happened?
It's happened to someone I know, and I was there for it. And I was there for it. And like they thought like they were really thirsty, and then like there was like a bottle in the back of the truck, and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm so thirsty! Like I have no water." And all of a sudden they look behind them, they go like this, and they look behind them, and they're like they see that bottle, and they open it up. They didn't even sniff it. They didn't do the sniff test. Like
was it a lemonade bottle even?
It was a Gatorade bottle.
Oh, okay, Gatorade. Yeah.
So you know how like there's that flavor of Gatorade.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was mistaken. And all of a sudden you just see them make this like really disgusted face, and I'm like, what? They go, this is piss.
Oh, God.
I was like, did you just drink your own piss? And they were like,
hopefully it was their own. I mean, not someone else.
Oh my god. I didn't even tell you this, but the night of Corey's podcast, you know how you guys are talking about shitting your pants?
Yeah.
That morning, I had I messaged Corey and I told him I shit my pants.
Oh, did you though?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
Oh
that was like the worst thing to ever happen to me.
Yeah.
Was
it your first?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's the worst part. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another one.
Is that what the Gnome Saying Presents podcast is going to be? Everyone has to
everyone has to shit their pants. In order to qualify to be on this podcast, you have to at least have had to shit your pants once. And I qualify.
It's going to be in the where you fill out the application now. Did you shit your pants? Yes or no? And if they answer no, you're not going to be on the show. If it's maybe, then we can talk about it. Like, maybe I shit my pants. Now, here's the other thing. Did someone else shit your pants? Like, has anybody ever had that happen? I'm just curious.
I have a good pickup line for that. I have a good pickup line. Wait. Since we're talking about shitting our pants, I have a really good pickup line.
Okay.
Let me just. I just shit my pants. Can I get in yours?
Oh, yeah, that's.
Oh, didn't you want to hear some voices?
Yeah. Let's do you want to have someone type a sentence in chat or maybe do anything like that?
It can't be anything that's dangerous.
Yeah. So
if anybody would like to type something in chat, I will do some voices for you.
Okay. What should we do? Like what kind of voice you're going to do first, or just are you going to pick the voice to whatever the sentence is?
Well, I'll read the sentence and I'll determine what kind of voice I think it should be.
Okay, that sounds good.
So let's just patiently wait. My ass is comfy because it's so. Okay, my ass is comfy because it's so fat with a PH. Okay. I gotta think about this one.
I'm gonna try.
Can you stop meowing, Jesus?
Oh, that's too little.
Let's see. Let me think about this one.
Okay.
No panic, just shit. Okay.
Had the flu. Just got done sleeping for 18 hours. Oh.
Okay. Let's do Corey's first.
Okay. Which one? My ass is comfy.
My ass is comfy because it's so fat. Let's see. Is this too close? You see, my ass is so comfy because it's so fat. Okay. I had the flu, I had the flu, and I just got done for sleeping for 18 hours. My head was awake. My body wasn't. All I had time to think about was, I'm gonna shit myself.
TikTok clips here come.
I didn't know if he wanted it to be like super.
Can you do any
seductive.
like wild voices, like say Brooklyn old lady or something? You know, I had the flu. I was done, and I don't know. I can't.
I had the flu. I just got done having. Wait. I had the flu. Just got done sleeping for 18 hours. My head was awake, but my body wasn't. And all I had time to think about was, I'm gonna shit myself.
Oh. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Travis says that's an actually thing that happened.
Oh my
hilarious.
God. Ooh, or I could do. Let me put my hands in my pockets. I gotta act the part.
Are you gonna do the same line again?
Yep.
Okay.
I gotta put my hands in my pockets. I gotta act the part.
All right.
I had the flu and just got done sleeping for 18 hours. My head was awake, but I wasn't. And all I had time to think about was, I'm gonna shit myself. Okay. Anybody have
like
any other
a Valley
ones?
Girl? A
Valley Girl. Ooh, okay. I gotta channel my inner Valley Girl. Hold on. Okay, guys. Okay. I had the flu, and I just got done sleeping for 18 hours. My head was awake, but my body wasn't. And all I had time to think about was, I'm gonna shit myself.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. Anything else? You got anything else?
We need some more sentences in chat.
Yeah, we need more sentences. I need more sentences than just shitting my pants, bro.
Right. She just shat her pants like 3-4 times in a row as different people. Okay, who else can do that?
Oh, Kenny said do bubbles. Okay. Kenny loves when I do bubbles. Okay.
Do we have a new sentence though? We need a bubble sentence.
There's a episode of Powerpuff Girls that I always quote. And Professor says, "Where's Bubbles?" And Buttercup, I think it's Buttercup, that goes, "She's probably upstairs combing her hair so she can be the prettiest girl at the party." And then Bubbles just goes, "I'm gonna be the prettiest girl at the party." Kenny loves when I do bubbles. Let's see. We got any other ones?
I don't know. I'm scrolling up through chat to see if we've got anything that anybody said that we could use in here. And if anybody has anything, please post it in there. We'll get some.
Let's see. Ooh, you remember that one line from Shrek? Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! The Muffin Man! I used to love Blue's Clues until I dropped a box TV on my head and I no longer like Blue's Clues.
So make it sound like a person that has like they had a box dropped on their head. You know, okay. A little messed up. They're a little messed up. There's a guy who does it in I forget what game it is, but he's a farmer out in a field. It's one of the Witcher games, and he tells the story about how a rock dropped on his head. But he's a really like kind of dense simpleton guy, and how he says it was really funny. But that just reminded me of that.
So I used to love Blue's Clues until I dropped a box TV on my head, and I no longer like Blue's Clues. Okay. I used to love Blue's Clues until I dropped a box TV on my head, and now I no longer like Blue's Clues. Oh, fuck. Trash! Okay. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Oh, Kenny wants me to do Ada. Okay, guys, plug your ears, especially Corey, because I'm gonna get grounded.
Close your ears, Dad.
Close your ears, Dad. Hurry up and close your ears.
Right.
Hurry up. I gotta get dangerously close to the mic. I gotta basically kiss my pop filter. Dad, are your ears closed? Father, dearest, are your ears closed?
Wait, it doesn't work when you just put your hands over your headphones.
Here, okay, yeah, just take off your headset and then plug your ears.
Right. I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay, Corey said his ears are closed.
Okay.
I'm so sorry in advance, Gnome. I'm so fucking sorry.
I told you I wasn't gonna have you do that, but your community.
My community is asking. I must do what they ask.
That's right. The public must.
Okay. Ada. Don't ground me, Dad.
All right.
Don't ground me, Dad. Don't ground me, Dad. Please don't.
It's over. You can unplug your ears.
Goofy's gonna watch this back and be like, "What the fuck is this bitch?"
No, he'll probably enjoy it.
Ada or me.
Uh-oh.
Fuck, I'm getting a whooping. God damn it.
Man.
Sorry, guys. Dad said I have to get off the game. God damn it.
Oh, man.
Damn it. You guys, I got grounded. And it's all Kenny's fault. Did you guys have any more questions for me? Any more lines?
Yeah, any lines or any questions? Get them in now.
Don't make me play the Kahoot music.
The Kahoot? What's the Kahoot music?
Oh my god, have you? I don't think you've ever played Kahoot. Kahoot is like a game that it's like a race against the clock kind of game where you answer questions and you get like 4 different options and you have to choose the right option.
Okay. So what's the Kahoot music? Can you do it? Like just sing it or make noises that do Kahoot music?
I can't sing it.
as like let's say as a child that's doing like a sing song voice.
Yeah, like a child like doing like a little sing song, but it's just Kahoot music.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Damn it. Fucking Corey. He said I'm getting a whooping. Y'all.
Aww.
You guys got me in trouble. Damn. Fuck y'all.
That was Kenny.
Kenny, it's all your fault. Oh yeah, by the way, I have like a bunch of these sitting on my desk. I thought you'd like to know.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why they're all sitting on my desk, but they're from October, so they're not even like out anymore. But I have like a fuck ton of them sitting on my desk.
And she held up Pokemon cards on open packs.
I'll give Corey a whooping. Oh, trash.
We got a trash Corey fight.
Trash, I know where that's going.
I think we might have to head down to the Fat Shack and televise this battle.
Someone call World Star.
Be Kenny and Corey.
Kenny said, "Who is your favorite Demon Slayer character and why?" Oh, shit.
That's a good question.
Oh, shit.
Why? There's a lot of whys at the end of that question. Why?
My favorite Demon Slayer character. Well, I'm a little upset because I haven't gotten the Sabito. Because Sabito, Rengoku, and Sabito, Rengoku, and Tanjiro specifically because of Zack. But Rengoku has always had a really, really soft spot in my heart. I literally have a tattoo for him, so you can tell who's my favorite. And he's a flame Hashira, and he basically um, is like training Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu to become like good demon slayers. And the movie is really good. You should definitely watch the series if you haven't, because the different arcs are like based on different things. And I think they're coming out with another arc this year, called the Hashira arc, where it's based on all the Hashiras who are like the top of the line demon slayers. And it might make you cry because it made me cry. And but I think it'd have to be between Tanjiro, Sabito, and Rengoku. I can't choose just one, but Rengoku definitely has a soft spot in my heart.
Corey says Rengoku
because he's fire. Yeah. Well, that's funny because he's a flame Hashira. That's why he said that.
Right.
Because he's a flame Hashira. That's why. But you definitely should watch Demon Slayer because Corey wasn't too sure about it, and then he started watching it, and he loves it.
Well, maybe before Pac-Man is Back comes on, because he's on the 31st, and I know he's into anime.
And then when I come back, you can tell me how much you like it.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you guys have any other questions for me at all?
If not, if we don't have any more questions, you guys still have time to get questions in or voice acting sentences, but do you have a good story to tell? Like any kind of story, like your favorite story you like to tell about yourself, or inspirational, or just streaming, or funny, whatever you want, just a good story.
I think one of my biggest stories that I always like to tell is that I was raised on music. I have a family of musicians. I was raised on music. And my uncle has a Pink Floyd tribute band called Project Pink. And
he's in the band?
He's in the band. He's the guitarist. And he is really like the band itself is popular, very popular. And there was one time where he had gotten sick like before a show started, and evidently I was there, and my dad pulls me in and says, your uncle Rick is sick, can you fill in for him? And so I ended up playing the electric guitar for over I want to say 28,000 people, and I ended up being nominated for something here called a Whammy Award, which is the Wisconsin area music industry. And I was nominated for best upcoming artist. So now that I'm really releasing some J-pop stuff, I'm really like ready to like kickstart everything, and I'm really excited.
That's amazing. That's phenomenal. You played a whole set playing Pink Floyd music, and you weren't even a part of the band?
I wasn't. My uncle's part of the band, and like sometimes I'll stand in. Like if I need if someone needs a stand in, like I'll stand in. But it was so last minute. Like he had like 5 minutes before they were supposed to get on. Yeah. And my dad was like, dude, like your uncle, like he's like sick as fuck and he can't play. He's like, we need you to come play. And I was like, okay. And I got up from my seat and I went all the way backstage, and then I pulled out the electric guitar, and because I have one and then my uncle has one. But I was playing my uncle's, and his was huge. His guitar was bigger than me. So basically, yeah, like mine kind of looks like that, but it's black.
Nice.
And so when I was on stage, then they were doing the band introduction. Like I had to do a solo, so I had to pull a guitar solo out of my ass.
Right.
And because like they do the band introduction, and then when your name is like up on the screen, like you have to do like a solo. And like people like at the time, guess how old I was at the time?
19.
Younger.
15.
I was 15 years old at the time. And I was playing in front of thousands and thousands of people. And basically when they did my introduction, they added my age. And all of a sudden I heard like in my in-ears the sound guy was like, people are yelling holy shit, just so you know. And I'm like, great. So that's my life.
That's sweet. That's really awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, if no one has any other questions, I think we might wrap it up. We've got another long one. It was awesome, Keegan, having you. I really appreciate you coming on the podcast.
And I'm looking forward to coming back in February.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to having you back in February. Go ahead.
I'm definitely looking forward to coming back because I have a lot more to say. I just didn't want to make this like a 5-hour stream.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know.
So
we got to break it up and get like a 2-part series or 3-part or 5-part or whatever it might be.
But yeah, like literally be like, or like on the next one, you should like do something where the file's corrupted and be like, KeeganDotExe has stopped working.
That'd be funny.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah. So, thank you again. And, there is more to talk about. We just learned that you're an amazing guitar player. So I'm sure there's many more layers of this onion called Keegan. Not that you're an onion, but just a layered.
There's many layers of knowing who I am and learning more about me. And I like that, like not to sound self-centered, but I love talking about myself. And the only reason why I like talking, that sounds really fucking self-centered, but I like talking about myself because I like people getting to know me.
Right, and that's what we're here for. That's absolutely what we're here for, is to talk about
I like
yourself
people getting to know me for me.
You might not have known,
And I'd rather people hear it from me and like not some facade from someone else.
Sure. And
so I'm really looking forward to coming back because I got a lot more to say.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to hear what more you have to say, and we'll be glad to have you back on here, and hopefully we'll have Goofy next time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting Goofy. He's such a good guy.
Yeah, he is, and he has a lot of fun interjections too, so he's a really cool guy to have on the stream as well.
Right, yeah, absolutely. And then like before I go, I just want to say I appreciate everybody coming to the podcast today. That literally blew my mind. I didn't think that fucking half as many people would show up. Follow your dreams. Don't stop. Don't stop living your dreams. Follow them. Follow through. Don't ever be discouraged by anything that you do, because when you strive for what you want, you will get there. So don't stop.
100%. Now, should we play the intro video again? Do you think?
Please, can we play it?
Okay. We will. We'll play it one more time. I'm going to just do a little shout out to you here. If any of you, our streamers out there, would like to be on the podcast, I'll put it in chat. No Same Percents. We would love to have you on the podcast. It's every Saturday or Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll get that going there. I thank you guys all for being here. And we have BC Fluffy next week. He's a guy that plays Rocket League, does variety game streaming. I met him in a Rocket League. Really good guy, a lot of fun. So that's BC Fluffy, the letters B, the letter C, and then Fluffy. You can find it on the Gnome Saying Presents website as well. We've got links for him as well. We've got a new streamer who I'm not sure, but he's looking at getting set up, and hopefully he'll be set up and ready to go to just start. It's Xernuff, Xernuff. We plan on having him as a guest on the 24th, and then on the 31st, we have Pac-Man is Back, which is a mod for my regular daily game stream. One of my friends, and he does YouTube videos where he does Minecraft. He does... He's getting an anime review site together. He also does some random variety games, and he streams with me on Thursdays something called Co-op Carnage, where we both stream co-op games together, and we're doing the Borderlands series right now. So that's what we've got looking forward to in the coming month. And again, thank you so much, Keegan. It was a pleasure having you. Thank you all for being here. We're going to have a couple short little videos. We're going to do the intro again. Look at, you already got the application in. My email just popped up. Keegan already applied. So guys, get in there, apply. It works. It comes to me. I see it and I'm happy, and I can get you scheduled because we need guests. And love you guys for being here, every one of you. And it's been awesome. We're going to do the intro video again, which was cool. We're going to run this again.
Love you all. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you all for joining us for the 16th episode of Gnome Saying Presents podcast, where Goofy, MTF, and I interview amateur content creators. Please hang tight for a few minutes while we try to load KeeganDotExe.
Beep, 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 beep.